Hi there, I'm Gavin Cash, and I'm playing Clint Brazos, scion of the Morgan.
Hello, I'm Gary. I'll be playing Oliver Bright, scion of Ogma.
Hi there, I'm Stabbykinz. I'll be playing Lucas Ghwynn, the scion of Lu.
Hello, I'm Bloodied Porcelain. I will be your storyteller for the evening. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
In our last episode, you had the opportunity to meet each other for the first time. And what a time it was. We learned rather quickly that Oliver is doomed to forever be Bandad, no matter who his bandmates are. We learned that Clint might be able to cook, but he can't pay attention for very long. So after a while, he inevitably ends up wandering off in order to get alcohol to add to the coffee and burns the food and gets in trouble with Betty, the mayor's wife.
It was an accident.
And we learned that Lucas has an odd obsession with trees. Conifers, to be specifically, and how spruce they look.
Listen, it was a really good line, okay?
You met, you were given your first labor to try to shorten the sentence of one Stefan Vargar, who is currently imprisoned by the Aesir for his crimes. You got sent off with an epic party by the dwarves, during which Lucas got completely shit-faced and doesn't really remember much about what happened. Oliver made a potentially good drunk dial, potentially bad. We're unsure what the outcome of that particular call is. And Clint, for the most part, managed to hold his own drinking with dwarves. It did his mother proud, really. Following that, and Clint's disaster in the kitchen with Betty's good cast iron, you all left. And after a trip to IHOP to work on not only actually finally getting breakfast, but working on a shopping list that took entirely too much time, you loaded onto a plane and you flew to Ireland, where you met Miss Lynch, daughter of Manannan MacLear, who told you and took you to the entrance to the Terra Incognita Mag Mell, the Plane of Joy, former underworld to the Tuatha De Danann. A couple of you nearly pitched yourself off of the cliff because you didn't wait for her to show you specifically where you needed to cross over.
Almost.
And then you were faced with the need to make the crossover, to see who could handle walking literally off of the edge of a cliff, high above rock and sea below. Who could face that risk without succumbing to their fear? Somehow, miraculously, all of you managed, though with varying degrees of success. Lucas was reminded that he has allergies because you found yourself in a setting of pure spring and summertime. There was pollen everywhere.
This whole realm is false advertising.
And so you began your trek, your mission, following the thread that Oliver spun up with his gift of magic towards the dragonstone. An object you're not entirely sure what it is, only that you've been sent here to collect it, and that this place, this beautiful place, is home to Fomorian giants, and who knows what else. You've already fought one of the Fomorians. It was a visceral experience, to say the least. Something the scent of which may have been permanently impressed upon your memories. And that's where we left off, was in the wake of that battle, with a dead Fomorian at your feet. What would you like to do?
All right, one down. How many more do we gotta go?
Yes, about that. So I have bad news and worse news. Which do you want to hear first?
I would honestly prefer good news. Do we got any of that in stock?
Yeah, maybe a little good news.
In a sense, it's good news, but I'm phrasing it as worse news because I don't think you're going to like it.
I think that's rather pessimistic of my character.
Well, the bad news is, while we were fighting that thing, it mentioned that it could smell us, that we smelt like Tuatha. The worst news is, I think we might have a way to stop others of those things from doing so.
Oh,
Look at the dead body.
No. That is incredibly unslay of you to suggest that.
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear you, and we're just gonna figure out a different plan altogether, right?
Yeah, it's just like roll around in dirt or something. I can manage that.
We could, but I think the fact that these things smell so bad is going to do us more favors than some dirt will.
Okay. But maybe we could just like rub ourselves on like the dead body. I don't think we have to go for like the boil stuff or anything like that, right? I think that's good enough.
I think that's what smells especially bad and will mask our scion scent.
No.
If we're rubbing on the body, we're gonna end up smelling like the pus anyways. Yeah, let's, do we have any sort of mints or anything? We should have gone to the store before we came.
We did, okay,
Well, we should have gotten mints from the store is really what I meant.
You're right. Maybe some like spearmint gum or something.
Well, we brought a spare change of clothes for a reason.
That's right.
And I think we might as well use the tools that are provided for us, that being this hideously disgusting smelling giant creature.
Yeah. I ain't got a better plan, and it sounds like it'll work. I'll trust you, Oliver.
If it doesn't work, I'm going to feel very embarrassed, but I don't think it'll at least hurt anything other than our self-esteems.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. If we're gonna go through with this, you guys are gonna have to rub it on me. I'm not touching that stuff.
That's fine. Let's
I don't mind.
try to just keep it on the clothes, though. I don't know if that pus stuff will actually hurt our skin or not.
Well, hold on. If we're trying to cover our smell and we're just covering our clothes, do you think that's going to be enough?
Well, we're wearing the clothes.
All right.
It's either that or we have someone take one for the team and see if touching it to our skin hurts or not.
I mean, I've touched worse things. Clint will reach out and put his finger in an open wound.
He turns. Oh, Lucas just turns away from that and just.
I give him a pat on the back while I just watch.
Clint,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need you to make a stamina and fortitude roll, please.
I'd be happy to. And epic stamina will count as auto successes, so let's roll this.
Uh-huh.
All right,
Ooh,
that's 2, 4, and then 3 successes, so we've got 7 total.
Okay. It does not hurt. The fortitude and stamina was mostly to see if you could keep from losing your breakfast.
That makes sense. Okay. Other than it feeling not particularly good, I don't feel like it's hurting me none.
All right, then let's lather up.
Oh, why'd
Why'd
you have to say it like that?
way?
It was the first phrase that came to mind, and it's accurate, so...
You're a professor. You should have, like, so many words at your disposal. Why did you pick that one?
I was a high school English teacher, not a professor. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, okay, book boy.
Wait, they call them
Okay,
professors in high school?
No, they don't. That's the distinction I was making.
Oh. So you're a teacher,
I was, yes.
not a professor.
No.
But people call you professor?
No, no one calls me professor.
I call him professor.
Well, okay. Oliver, which would you prefer? Oliver, professor, teacher, or what would you prefer? Maybe just Ollie?
Oliver works. You can say Ollie. That's what Chris used to say. It's either one works.
All right. Ollie it is. No
Right
sense
then.
in... Yeah. Anyways.
I think we're delaying the inevitable here. So
Yeah. You didn't have to call me out quite like that.
someone's got to keep us on track. I'm gonna take one of like the spare shirts I have and almost like tear it into like a sort of mask to put around my face, like cover my nose and mouth. So before I reach in and start lathering up.
Oliver,
Mm-hmm.
stamina and fortitude. I will give you. No, we're just stamina and fortitude.
All right, cool.
I was thinking about whether or not you would get a bonus for putting the mask up, but then I realized you're touching it, and they probably equals out.
Yeah, valid. All right. Not the best pool I have, but it could be worse. That's 3-4 from Epic Stamina.
Okay. You feel queasy, but after a couple of really hard swallows and strictly breathing through your mouth, you manage to keep from losing your breakfast.
I'm just rubbing it on.
As that is happening, the both of you notice that Lucas is like 5 feet further away than he was before, just casually looking off to the side.
All
I
right,
recommend
Lucas.
you make your peace with it now because you're gonna be up next.
Hey, I mean, maybe I could just like trail behind and stuff, or it could be like herd immunity, like you two have the smell and therefore I'm fine because you guys are totally masking for me.
You want to take that risk?
I almost really want to take that risk. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, come
I
here,
understand
Lucas. We'll start with a hug. It'll make it easier. I'm already covered. You'll be covered. We'll just cover up the rest after that.
You two are not gonna pincer me into a hug. This is not happening.
Oh, I
Well,
think
I'm
it
not.
is.
It seems like Clint is.
Oliver, if you just stand there, it still counts. We can corral him.
I'll just stand here and not move.
No.
Yeah, come here. Come on, Lucas.
It is surprisingly easy to actually corral him directly into Oliver. And he's just like, at this point, he's like folding himself inward, trying to not touch, like, no,
Lucas,
please.
Stamina and fortitude.
This is gonna be disastrous. Okay,
Of course.
You're gonna be at -1 die.
watch me with a -1 die.
You've been playing up how much you don't want to do this, so yeah, you're losing a dice off your pull.
All right, guys, get ready. I've got my chiseled face on. I'm gonna bust out the biggest dice pool of all time.
It's gonna be like 2. Hey!
What?
How many epics do you have? None?
Take a wild guess. It's not.
Oh god. How do you have so little stamina? That's so scary. Oh boy. Okay.
Panic.
It's cool. Glass cannon build. Let's go.
Still one
No,
success,
you have
though.
one more die. You have one more die. You have 2 stamina, not 1.
I thought you
Yeah,
said
but
I
you
was
had
rolling
-1.
at -1.
Oh, no,
fortitude.
that's fair, because you didn't take any fortitude. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Clint, you managed to get a hold of Lucas,
Of course, and a very
Um,
gentle hug.
and you hug him in, and after a minute, you realize that Lucas is shaking. And
It's
the
alright.
shaking is because he is turning his head and like losing his breakfast over your shoulder.
It's just like a
Sorry.
waterfall.
Just
Also,
let
that
it
might
all
help.
out. Smells better than what we just rubbed on. Go ahead, keep going.
Oliver, are you
almost
going to
all.
help make sure that Lucas is covered?
Yeah, I'll get his back.
No, no
I'll
more.
get his back. Okay. It takes a few more minutes, but eventually the 3 of you are covered in. You're not entirely sure what. Viscera, goop. You don't want to question what came out of that body. Lucas, after a while, your senses are so completely overwhelmed that you don't smell anything anymore. On the bright side, your sinuses are clear.
You just look at him. He is a shell of a man, just standing there with a dead expression.
You can breathe through your nose, but you can smell nothing except stench.
Go on without me, guys. I can't go on anymore.
You're
No.
not going to get lathered up just to not go on anymore. They would be pointless at that point.
I'll carry you if I have to. I already done it once.
Fine, I'm not gonna like it though. And he crosses his arms and he starts to move in a direction. But he can't actually see the thread, so he's going in the wrong direction.
Lucas?
What? Huh?
Other way.
Oh, yeah. He starts going the other way, which is still the wrong direction.
Other way. Actually, you know what? Let me lead the way, actually.
Oh, yeah, that would. Yeah.
And I will start walking.
And I will follow.
Lucas will trail behind, being very miserable.
Come on,
I mean,
Lucas. It'll be fine.
At least you're
No.
not sneezing anymore.
Look on the bright side. If you look around at all this beauty, these flowers and trees and lovely wild grasses,
This place is made of flies.
well, maybe so. But it's pretty.
That sounds really toxic. Like a bad ex or something.
Well, it's a place. It ain't a person. If I was talking about a person, yes, that'd be mighty toxic. But this is just flowers and meadows and loveliness. Come on now.
I mean, places can be toxic, just not in the way you two are talking about.
Well, yeah, there's that.
All right. You all head off. I'm assuming that because you guys covered yourself in stench, you are going to continue to attempt to be sneaky about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll try our best.
Okay. I don't think any of you have stealth. No,
Sure.
Oliver has 1 dot of stealth.
I have a little bit of stealth. Yes, 1.
So I would like all of you to roll me Dex and Stealth. And I will say that one of you can be designated as your, like, survival person who keeps their their head on a swivel to make sure that you're not like walking blindly into the lair of some beast or whatnot.
It's a good thing I have 2 epic decks.
Oh goodness, yes it is.
That is 3 successes for me because I also have 2 epic decks.
I also have 3 successes because of 1 epic dex.
All right, so we have 2, 3, and 3.
That is right.
Perfect. Okay, noted. Who is going to be your point person for survival roll?
There we go.
I'm following the thread, so I don't know if I'll be able to do that and also keep my head on a swivel.
Yeah, we'll make it a
I can step up and do it. I don't mind. I'm very perceptive and attentive.
we'll make it perception and survival,
Oh boy.
which you have no epics in. So let's hope you roll well.
Nope, not this. Hold on.
Oh boy.
You rolled D6s again. You
The
did D6s again.
That's why I said not this. That's 2 successes.
Okay. Good to know. All right. You all continue on. Oliver leading the way. He's a little bit hyper-focused on following the thread. One of the things that you notice about the thread, Oliver, isn't so much that it doesn't work. It's definitely always there. But because this place is a constant place of sunshine, sometimes it's like in the light because of how thin it is. It's actually a little hard to see. So you are very focused on keeping your eye on it. And occasionally have to like stop and kind of like reach out with your fingers to find it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But you manage. Clint,
Ma'am.
you're not seeing anything as far as like hidey places for wild animals or anything, but you have enough knowledge to know that part of that might be the fact that they're avoiding y'all like the plague because you smell bad.
You know, Oliver, I think your plan's working. Nothing really seems to be wanting to be near us. Not even me.
Well, let's hope it stays that
Ian,
way.
for his part, is also keeping his distance.
All right, Ian. Yeah, just keep an eye out for us while you're up there.
Ian is circling high overhead and occasionally like darts off into like the tree canopy, and you don't see him for a hot minute before he comes back. You're not entirely sure what he's doing, but you know that he's doing it as far away from you as possible. So, Lucas, what are you doing while Oliver is leading the way and Clint is keeping an eye out for threats?
He's in charge of band morale, doing like muttering like little beatboxes, quiet enough so that it's not like, you know, obviously loud, but, you know, just kind of getting some road music where they'd have no like radio to really work with.
So about that, actually, you all have iGyallars, which means that you have
that's
phones
right.
that work here.
Okay,
So if you wanted to play music, you could play music.
absolutely, he'll like on low volume, put on some ABBA
Of course
because
he
he's
will.
fucking miserable and he needs to be the dancing queen right now.
I love it. All right. You all are trekking through Mag Mell, your first terra incognita, and you are doing it to the sounds of ABBA, smelling like a, I don't know, high school wrestling team locker room
Oh god.
that's been sitting for a while.
You know, it's got a sort of nostalgic quality to it.
I think I would actually prefer Axe Spray over
smell?
this.
Yeah, the smell and the music at the same time.
In what way?
Well, it's got like, you know, real sweaty socks and overused straps, like jock straps?
I wasn't very athletic back in high school, as I'm sure you can tell, so it does not invoke the same emotions in me.
What, you never been bullied before?
Well, yes, but
I'm kind of too cool for that.
that's great, Lucas.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, totally believe you on that one, Lucas.
Well, it's very reassuring in these dark times.
That'll be fine. We'll get through it.
I just don't think about the fact that now that you've played music on your phone, the grease of what we're wearing is now on your screen and will probably be there for several months.
Oh, yeah, and you're going to put that right next to your face day in and day out.
Mhm.
He just looks progressively more and more upset the more you go on about that. And he just like gingerly tucks it back into his pocket with a muffled, "Take a transform me, you're the dancing queen."
Okay. Oh, all right. As you guys walk along, some things that you notice. Looking to the east, you see what looks like what you imagine a ring fort might have looked like before it fell into ruin, if any of you know what those are. Yes, no, players.
It's like the tiered hill fortress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have them in Ireland. They're circular fortresses. They tend to be built up on hills, and most of what we have now are ruins. But they almost look like steps, like giant steps. But this thing is like a full on fort at the top, at the fortress itself, with walls in circles around it. Going down. You see that it looks abandoned, like you don't see any like giants, you don't see any people, it just looks like it's there. You imagine that this place probably doesn't have the kind of like weather patterns where it's fallen apart over time like you would expect in the world itself. You notice an expansive forest off to one side, and I mean, kind of everywhere you look that isn't covered in forest, there are rolling hills. And Oliver's thread is extending kind of towards the ring fort, but not precisely. It's in that general direction, but slightly off to the east.
All right, so we're going to be going this way, and we're going to continue walking past the fort thing.
Well, wait, we're not checking out the fort.
No, it looks
Awesome
like
fort.
no. It looks like it's not going directly towards it. It's kind of off to the east a little bit.
All right.
Well, we can look in through the windows.
Oh. Cool, awesome fort. Like the best counter argument. You can't refute that.
Yeah, we could at least look in the windows, right?
Come on,
I feel as if it's going to be a waste of time. We have a pretty important mission here.
No. Look, just like 30 seconds in and out.
If something happens and we get attacked, it's both of your faults.
No, but okay. And he's gonna go just tromping off towards the fortress.
Nope, but okay.
Please be careful walking into that thing. Do not just... Oh, what am I even trying
You're
to say?
not my mom.
Hey, Ian up there. If anything comes near us or comes at us, give us a squawk, all right?
You're also not my mom.
Clint,
No,
can
you're
you
just a bird.
Can you send Ian to keep him safe?
Send him into the tower, or?
Just to like watch. And,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
of course.
cry out if Lucas skins his knee or something.
Yeah, Ian, if anything comes near us or if Lucas falls down, we're going to need some sort of sound, all right?
Ian squawks, but as somebody who speaks bird, there's no words. It's just a vaguely indignant noise.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Perfect.
What do you say?
He just squawked like I asked him to.
Oh, I thought since you could communicate with him, maybe he actually said something.
Yeah, but it's just noise. Sometimes, like, it's like if we got in trouble and I said, "Ah!" you would turn around and look and see why I'm in trouble.
I suppose that's true.
Oliver, you note glancing up when he yells like that Ian does not look back.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna look up at the bird.
Pointedly does not look back at his charge when he yells like that. Either he's used to this sort of nonsense from Clint, or he doesn't care. You're not sure.
I see you and that bird are as thick as thieves.
Well, we've been at it for a little while now, and I think he might be a little annoyed with me sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
A lot of the time.
Family tends to be like that.
Yeah, that's what I figured too. I had a cousin who really just had a hard time not stop talking. And whew, you just talk about a Texas tornado. That thing just kept going.
Cousin on the Scion side or mortal side?
Oh, mortal side.
Mm.
If it was on the Scion side, we'd, I mean, the gift of gab would be true in that one.
Understandable. I'm kind of concerned about meeting other Scions of Ogma since he is supposed to be kind of like an orator, and I don't know what I'll do if I meet someone who can actually out-talk me.
I mean, all you have to do is get a person on the phone and you seem to cheer up real well. I think you can handle it.
What is Lucas doing over there?
That's a good question.
Lucas, what are you doing?
He's checking out that sick ass fortress. See if there's anything cool or shiny, or if like maybe there's like some inexplicable plastic slide that's built into the side of it.
Okay, I'm not entirely sure what a plastic slide would be for, but make me perception and awareness, please.
All right.
Recreation, of course.
Oh boy, you have no dots in awareness. Okay.
Listen, I am high
So
balling
just
right now.
perception.
Okay? I'm on Iron Man mode.
Please be a secret door. Please be a secret door. Yay. Two successes.
Hey.
Not bad. All right. So the first thing you notice is that you kind of don't notice anything. The fort itself is neat. It's hewn of mostly stone with a wood ceiling. There is that kind of like peat grass along the roof itself for insulation. The walls are stone themselves. The walls around the fort, the rings, the defensive rings, are stone themselves, and are at varying heights in order to provide a kind of staggered sense of defense. And between the different layers of the walls, you actually see smaller buildings are built. There's one that has the distinct, albeit old, tang of iron, which you from the way the building is set up, you're pretty sure might be a forge, or was a forge once.
Right.
You see places with what look like herbs drying outside of them, and the herbs somehow look both pristine and new, and like nobody's touched them in a very long time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's almost a little unsettling how peaceful this place is.
Is it like well furnished or anything like that?
Are you going inside the fort itself? Because you're
yes.
mostly still outside. This is a big area.
Absolutely going inside the fortress.
Okay. So you march your way up to the main building itself. Which is an interesting experience because it's like walking up along a pathway that is almost cut into the hill itself, to these doors that open up into this big building. The doors are massive, probably from Irish oak. I'm not entirely sure that you would specifically know that it is Irish oak, but given where you are, it seems logical.
Yes, this looks very Irish.
They are carved with very intricate knotwork and scenes from mythology, from the Irish mythology. You're not incredibly well versed. Lou hasn't given you incredibly in-depth like history lessons, but you've heard some of the stories. You know some of them, and you notice some of the stories about heroes and their great deeds carved into the wood itself. And then you reach up and you push the doors. And they are heavy, so they protest a little, but the protest isn't like that metallic grinding that you would expect from like pushing on hinges that haven't moved in a while. Rather, it's just weight. But once you get them moving, they swing open fairly easy. And inside, it is well appointed. There are tapestries up on the walls. There are everything is hand carved. So not necessarily perfect, but certainly very well made and lovingly cared for. And again, it's a lot like the smaller buildings that you saw outside. It's like this place just got set up, but has also not been touched in a long time. It is an eerie sort of dissonance.
So it kind of feels like liminal in a sense, almost, yeah?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. As he steps in, is it just like a big, like, not quite like a foyer, but like what's the setup of the room as he's stepping in, and probably just giving like a very brief cursory glance around because he doesn't want to stick around too long.
So it's worth noting that ring forts were ancient. So this is set up in a very much a very wide open space. There isn't a whole lot of like smaller rooms divided off. This was about protecting people from the elements and protecting them from outward attacks. So this you see a huge like feasting table. You see massive fire pits along or in the middle, and you could see that there's like an opening in the ceiling for the smoke to escape, that sort of thing. There's a lot of the what do you call it, furniture and things are along the outer ring of this space. You see everything from like bedding areas to smaller tables to stacks of what look like casks. There's a massive like shelving unit, almost. I say shelving unit, but just a massive set of shelves that are heavily laden with what look like scrolls.
How big are those casks?
I'm sorry?
How big are those casks?
Fairly big. They're about what you would expect to find in like a medieval tavern, kind of big.
He's gonna waltz on over, pick one up, just kind of give it a little jostle, see if it's actually
You could
filled.
not pick one up looking at your strength score.
Oh. Can he roll it just to
These
kind
are
of
like barrel casks.
see
You
what
could
like
potentially roll one if you could get it onto its side.
He's gonna try and do that, at least just to hear if there's anything like filling it at the moment.
Yeah, give me a strength check. Strength and athletics. One. You are not able to get it onto its side. You are pretty sure that there is something in there.
All right, sure.
Because it is heavy.
Can he open it up easily, or is it just like no real hand grip to open up that barrel?
If you had the right tools, you could open it, but this isn't something that you can just like grab like a lid and pull off.
That's fine. Well, this has been a bust. He's gonna turn around.
Actually, make me perception and occult, please.
All right, one moment.
This has been a bust. Please.
Can't get the booze. It's a bust.
Ooh. 3 successes by the looks of it.
Okay. You turn and you're about to leave. And you catch movement out of the corner of your eye. And it is around the corner of this like large, heavy piece of furniture.
He is sweating now as he just noticed the movement. He is going to... He's gonna kind of hold up his shovel and kind of inch around slowly, step by step, in almost a cartoonish manner as he stares at the point where the figure had disappeared behind cover.
Are you trying to avoid who or whatever you saw, knowing that you are trying to follow them?
Yes. I'm going to say yeah.
All right. Dex and stealth.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
You are the best at this. I believe in you.
Nope.
What? Oh, hang on. Oh, God. Okay, well, I still have 2 successes at least.
Okay. You try to follow who or whatever this is. And you're reasonably certain that they don't realize where you are at first. And you round the corner and you don't find anyone.
Uh-huh.
And you kind of blink and you look a little, you're a little confused, and you turn to like go back. You're like, maybe I didn't see something. And when you turn back, you come face to face with a ghost white face with long black hair and bright white eyes. And I need you to roll join battle, please.
Oh my God, no. Okay.
You know, Oliver, someone must have really liked this place.
Why do you say that?
What? No way.
Because they put a ring on it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I wasn't married to that joke neither.
I need you to stop.
Oh, we're just waiting.
Unfortunately, you didn't win.
No. Oh God.
I need you to roll me your willpower plus your integrity.
Okay. Okay, so I'm rolling my current willpower rating as dice plus my integrity.
Yes.
Buggy. Oh wow, that's a lot of ones.
It is a lot of ones. Dang, you only got 3 successes. Poor baby. Let's see how they do.
No. You can't do this to me. I just got here.
Mm-hmm. So she's got. Okay. Oh, you got very lucky, my friend. She only rolled 2. Okay, so this female figure that you see reaches out with long, kind of knobby fingers. She looks like a young woman who would be beautiful if she didn't look so emaciated and haunted. Her eyes are deep set with dark circles around them. And she looks both horrific and horrified all at the same time. And she reaches out to you and her mouth opens like she's about to say something, and you can feel this ice cold burning hit you as her fingers touch your collarbone. And you almost feel like she's trying to grab you and pull you in close, and you kind of shove back and rebuff her, and she flutters back a little bit, and there's a moment where her eyes look hurt, like she is she is a teenage girl trying to cope with being rejected for the first time. And then her lips kind of curl back, like baring her teeth. And her mouth opens, and she screams, and it is ear-piercing.
Lucas begins to shriek with her.
We hear this?
It rattles like everything on the walls. You can feel you can feel and see like the tapestries hanging along each of the walls fluttering with this scream. Oliver and Clint, please roll me perception and awareness.
God.
Oh, I'm so good at that.
It'll be fine.
Clint, you have a +2 because you have Ian.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, 3.
2, 3.
Okay. You both hear at this otherworldly, horrific, terrifying scream that makes your blood run cold. It's like hearing death.
That didn't sound like Lucas.
Nope. And I'm gonna start running up the hill.
I'll go with you.
Excellent. I would like you both to roll join battle, please.
Okie dokie.
Stabby, what was your join battle roll, by the way? Remind me.
God, it was hold on, I know for a fact it was like 46.
So that was the one that you rolled 4 on. Yeah, that looks right. Or 3. Termite says it was 3. Termite's been following.
Termite's paying attention.
I also got a 3.
Excellent.
I got
So
a
we
3.
have No, you have a 4.
Oh, epic counts for this too?
I guess 7, a 10, and an 8.
Oh, right, 7s. Thank you.
There you go. Okay. Cool. All right. Oliver, once again, you were reminded of why you hate sports ball, because Clint pulls out ahead of you rapidly and takes off. Clint, do you have any movement necks or anything that you're using?
I don't believe so. No.
You don't have lightning sprinter or anything like that. Just
Nothing.
Just
to that
double
effect.
checking. Excellent. Okay. All right. Inside, Lucas, it is your turn.
All right. Do I see either of them out of the corner of my eye coming?
Oh no,
close to
it's gonna take them a hot minute to
Oh,
get here
God.
because they are not using movement next. You are on your own for now.
Okay. How far can I even move to get away from the ghost in question? I'm guessing it's not going to be terribly far.
Anywhere inside. If you want to go outside, you could probably make it to the doorway, but you would have to devote your entire turn and forego any attacks or anything like that if you want to go further than the doorway.
What I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm actually gonna go ahead and spend a legend, I think, and activate the Sky's Gray snack for my shoes. He's gonna try and take a running leap out of the doorway if he can make it that far.
Sky's Grace, is that the one that just lets you float, or is that the one that lets you fly?
I believe it doubles jumping distance. Yeah, that's why I have it written down as.
Okay. All right. As an aside, with your jump distance, you could probably just jump for the hole in the ceiling, grab it and pull yourself up and out, which might be more effective than going for the door.
You know what? Let's do that. Let's get some Air Jordan going on here.
So here's what I would like. I would like you to describe what activating this looks like and what it looks like when you make that jump. And depending on your description, you may get extra dice for a stunt.
So I'm going to say that Lucas, as he's recoiling from the ghost, he begins to very rapidly and in panicked motion click his heels together, the more coppery portions of his shoes glowing with intensity as the wings begin to sprout from the sides of the heels. And as he goes to jump, there is just a trail of feathers as he juts upwards towards the hole in the ceiling.
Okay. All right. Make me Dex plus athletics, and I will give you 2 extra dice.
Very nice. Okay. Ooh, all right, not too bad. Okay, so I think that's 3 successes plus the 2 from my epic for a total of 5.
Very nice. Okay. You launch yourself off of the nearest piece of furniture and jump in this flurry of feathers falling away from your feet and manage to hurl yourself up out of that hole in the ceiling. And at the last moment, you take that shovel spear thing that you have and turn it, it goes through the hole, and then you turn it horizontal so that as you start to fall again, it catches, which allows you to swing yourself up and out.
Very nice.
Oliver and Clint, you guys catch movement, and you look upward, and Lucas is standing on top of the ring fort, looking down at what you assume is just the roof, and screaming.
It's haunted! It's haunted! It's haunted!
Well, what are you doing way up there?
Getting away from the ghost!
Oh, it's your first time? That's fine. They don't mean no harm usually.
No, this one definitely means harm!
Oh, a bad ghost. Okay. Oliver, you should we go in there and handle this?
Give me a sec. I don't do hills well.
Oh, it's fine. Take your time. He's up there and safe, clearly.
What do you mean, take your time?
You're up there and safe. You're fine.
We don't know that yet.
Yeah.
I need you to roll 3 dice, please.
Oh,
need you to roll your expression.
All right, just my expression?
Yes. Okay. You are hit with a wave of guilt. And it starts to kind of claw at you, and your heart kind of aches a little bit, and then you shake it off. Now is not the time to be emotional, is what you tell yourself as you push away this feeling.
Whew, all right.
Clint,
Yeah.
your turn.
All right. Come on, Oliver. Let's get in there. Clint will... Yeah.
Are we sure it can even leave? It might not be a good idea if Lucas can somehow just get off the roof and down to us.
I mean, that's a great point. I was just going there to talk to it.
Is that a good idea?
Depends on the ghost.
It's your call, but be careful.
Trust
if you're
me,
gonna go
it'll be fine. I've done it before. And Clint will open up and go inside.
Okay. You burst inside, and as you burst in, you see this thin, emaciated, long, dark-haired young woman kind of spin to look at you. And she's at the right height where she should be standing, but she moves too smoothly to have her feet on the ground.
Clint will squint and try and see if this is a ghost that he can, or if this is in fact a ghost that he might be familiar with, if this is a ghost at all. Because he's used to seeing certain things, right?
He is used to seeing certain things. Let's see. Make me a... Sorry to do this to you. Make me intelligence and occult.
Excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. You know it's a ghost, but you also have the feeling that she is a little bit more physical than most ghosts.
Oh, they don't usually look quite like that. All right. Excuse me, ma'am. We're here just checking things out. Do you need help?
Are you gonna do anything other than talk?
Clint will get his toothpick in hand, but will not transform it.
Okay. Cool. She is gonna go next. That's why I had to ask.
Boy.
Perfect. Ma'am, why are you coming at me like that?
Which is exactly what actually happens. She comes darting towards you with a natural speed, and her hands reach out again. But this time, Clint, they are reaching for you. I need your willpower plus your integrity, please.
You got it. Two,
Well
4,
done.
5.
Ooh.
All right. Let's see what she rolled.
Ma'am, you don't have to.
Well, I can't roll for shit, so you are safe. Her hands reach out for you and sink into your shoulders, and it burns at the same time your blood runs cold. It's not a pleasant feeling. As someone who is aligned with death to a certain degree, you wouldn't expect it to hurt like this. But it does. And as you sort of like instinctively like wrench back and kind of bring the hand with the toothpick up, which isn't transformed but is still there and it is still an object of power, you kind of instinctively like wave it at her and she wrenches back, and again she has that look in her eye that suggests that she feels rejected. It's heartbreaking almost until the scream comes again and leaves your ears ringing. Oliver.
Yes.
Mr. Magic, please help your friends.
Yep. I'm gonna jog my way up there. As soon as ground goes from flat to inclination, I don't do very well, but we'll manage. I'm going to just kind of linger in the doorway as opposed to actually rushing headfirst in there and seeing this ghost creature. I'd like to activate Brehon's eye. So the good eye kind of flashes green and it allows me to look around and judge the enic of things around me.
Okay, I believe there is a roll associated with that.
There most certainly is. But it's mostly just judging how many people I can do this on. Wow, that's not good. So I failed all those, so just one. And it's whoever has the highest legend score.
Well, there are two people with the same legend that you can see in the room, but Clint is the closest. So that's who you get a read on.
All right. Clint, what is your... where is it? Highest virtue, lowest virtue, and nature.
All right. Highest virtues are tied. So they're courage and expression. Lowest, perhaps surprisingly, is intellect. And then you said nature?
Mm-hmm.
That would be caregiver.
All right. So yeah, that happens, and crap, I was hoping to be able to judge the ghost.
Unfortunately, she has a lower legend than Clint does. So, Clint, I need you to roll your expression, please.
You got it.
Good news is, Clint, you're apparently more powerful than this thing. Bad news is, I still don't know anything about it.
It's just a ghost. That's no successes.
Oh, Clint, as you say, it's just a ghost. You feel an overwhelming swell of responsibility and guilt wash over you. This is a member of the Irish dead. She was abandoned here. Obviously being here alone without her people and probably exposed to the malignant evils of Titan spawn, not to mention the war that happened after the Fomorians were first chased out, has obviously twisted and warped her, and you don't know how to help her, but you're failing to do so right now, and that is gut-wrenching to you as a scion sworn to a goddess of death.
A tear streams down the cheek. Oliver, help!
I'll try my best.
Well, that was Oliver's turn, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Lucas, your friends have arrived.
Oh, and they're in trouble too. Okay. Guys, this might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna try it. He's actually going to kind of hop a little, turn the shovel vertical, and use his shoes to drift downwards if he's able to. And rather than running away, he is actually going to stride up to the ghost and willingly give her a hug.
Okay. All right. I have to make a request of Gary and Gavin.
Oh God.
I need the two of you to deafen yourselves, and I will ping you when you can come off of deafen.
What?
Oh,
You got it.
okay. Uh-oh.
No, don't leave me here. Don't leave me here. Oh no. Okay.
Lucas,
So yes.
you have opened yourself up and made yourself vulnerable to a ghost. How vulnerable are you choosing to be?
Given the pang of guilt that he felt and the reminder that this is someone who is of the Tuatha, even if they're not necessarily part of the Pantheon, he feels a responsibility to open himself up pretty wide. This is someone who was abandoned through horrific times in this particular land, and somebody has to hold them, even if the only thing he can do is cradle them and keep them warm.
Okay. I'm going to give you a chance. You have the ability to open yourself up and allow her to kind of meld with you, which will allow you to carry her with you on your journey. You, however, are not associated with death. So this isn't going to be a fun or pleasant experience for you.
All right.
So what will happen is that for every, we'll say, for every 2 hours that she is with you, you will take 1 superficial willpower damage.
Oh, all right.
Or you can burn some of your dots in expression. You can burn some of your dots in expression to soak up one of those willpower expenditures.
Okay. By burn, is that a permanent expenditure?
No, it just means that you can't use it until they reset.
Okay.
Which happens at the end of, I think, the story. I'd have to look at exactly how you can get your...
Would it be just the individual
stuff
dot in this case, or all 3?
1 dot.
1 dot.
1 dot in exchange for a willpower dot, basically.
Gotcha. All right. I am down for that. Good and gravy.
Okay. All right. There is always the chance that she might try to to take control of your actions at some point in the future as well.
Oh boy. Well, hey, what's a little chaos about our 4th new band member?
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna bring the boys back
All
and
right.
ping them that they can come off of mute.
Oh.
We're back.
I have
Hello.
returned.
You guys watch as Lucas runs towards this ghost, and rather than attacking her or trying to force her away from Clint, Lucas throws his arms around her. And you watch as there is this moment of confusion on this ghost's face. And then there's a momentary flicker of rage, which kind of gives way to something between relief and heartbreak. And you watch as she flickers and kind of turns to mist and seems to fade from existence in Lucas's arms.
What was that?
That, my friend, was some good old-fashioned ghost busting.
No. You just got rid of a ghost by using the power of friendship. That doesn't actually work.
No,
Ah,
it does
damn.
usually.
Sorry, book boy, but I'm just that cool. And he puts on a pair of shades and just flicks them so that they're obscuring his eyes.
I'm going to look around using my magic vision to make sure there's nothing else that's going to hurt us or anything that might actually be useful. And then we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program, which is to follow the...
Okay, your magic vision. Hold on.
which
Look
means
at
I'm
your
going to use
sheet.
Unlidded Eye.
Ah, yeah, you've got to do stuff for that, yeah?
Yes, I spend a willpower and then I do a roll.
Clint, is death senses always on?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Successes, which means it allows me to see magic that's normally invisible, also faintly reveals threads of fate that entwine people, allowing the caster to reveal Scion or other supernatural beings' legend score. Does not say what my role pertains. I guess it just means based on how well I do is how well I can read those things.
Okay, so the first thing you notice is that Lucas's legend hasn't changed, but his legendary aura is a good way of putting it, like the thing that sets him apart and makes him different from normal people, from just regular mortals. Yeah, it's just slightly different. You can't really put your finger on it. It's like the color is a little bit off, but barely.
Lucas,
Yeah.
I have a theory, and I don't want you to be concerned, but
Hit me with it.
there might be a ghost inside of you.
What?
That or the ghost somehow messed with your sort of aura, your fate aura.
Oh man, this is just like Fifth Sense.
I don't know what that is.
Are you talking about that Willis flick?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Fifth Sense.
Yeah.
And there was the Sixth Element that he was also in.
Oh man, that's such a good one.
I don't watch movies, but I feel like that's wrong.
Wait, I just, fuck. Yeah, no, that sounds right.
All right.
That sounds right.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Any of them. So like, I've got ghost in my blood.
I don't know, but I think maybe, unless you can tell me something else you've done since becoming a scion that would affect your sort of scionness.
I mean, I don't know. I'm still a little green about this stuff, you know. Like,
Well-
I don't really get into like aura stuff.
Have you ever hugged a ghost to death before?
I can certainly say that was definitely a first.
Yeah, that can change things. Here, put your hands out. Let me take a look at you.
All right, and he's gonna put his finger painted nails out and just kind of wiggle his fingers.
Clint's gonna use his death senses and kind of taking a hand of Lucas. He's gonna take a look around to see if the ghost is still here.
You do not see her.
I ain't picking her up. If she's still here, she's being quiet and sneaky, but I don't feel her.
Okay, so no ghosts in my blood. Good.
I don't know
Mental
about
health?
your blood, but around us, we seem to be okay. Clint will let go of the hand and step back with Oliver.
My
Can
best
you-
guess is she did something to your aura. I don't know what or how that will affect you. Just something's a bit different about you.
All right, well, you know what? I'm good enough, special enough. Gosh darn it, people like me, and I am feeling pretty darn okay. So I think I'll live.
That's great. Takes your mind off the fact that you smell like a dead skunk's grandfather.
He's gonna hand to his mouth. He's gonna like wave Oliver off with like his finger painted nails, and he's just gonna start power walking out of this fortress. Okay, let's get out of here. This place is haunted.
And that's how you get him back on track.
Yeah, you're
Walk
real
out as
good
well.
at this.
I
Is this-
know from teaching high schoolers.
Let's get this quest over with.
Yeah, I agree. I'll come with you. And Clint follows him out.
I will
You have
once
to
again
admit,
be
though-
leading the trail.
Ghost is a pretty good, detour.
Yeah, it was more interesting than nothing, weren't it?
Yeah.
I will confess that running into a ghost was not mundane of all things.
And hey, that makes us Ghostbusters now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like to bust them too much. They usually just have like a request or a message or something of that sort. But that one seemed particularly upset, and you did a really good job of helping her out.
Yeah.
I suppose it makes sense since she's in the afterlife that got sort of taken over in a hostile manner.
Where do you think she went, though?
That's where the theory comes in, where it might be inside of you.
Whoa.
I mean, we've all got a little spirit inside of all of us, don't we?
I got big spirit. My soul is immense.
You're radiating that BSE, that big spirit energy.
Exactly.
What
All
are
right.
either of you saying right now?
Like you said, it's like high school. Don't worry about it, big guy.
I think it might be a Dragon Ball reference, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty high on a lot of allergy meds right now.
It stinks kind of getting to me, too.
I got a jar of paint if you want to whiff those fumes while you're
I
at
would
it.
like, as you guys are leaving, for all of you to make me one more perception awareness.
Okay.
I'm so good at these.
D10s, not D6s.
Nope.
Correct.
That is
Can I actually spend a willpower on this to add? Do I spend a willpower to add more dice?
I think counts as like one automatic success if you spend a willpower.
Yeah. If you
Okay.
spend willpower, you get one auto success.
I will go ahead and do
I think
that.
spending a legend lets you just re-roll the whole thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
I have 4 successes.
Okay.
Three successes.
Not bad, not bad.
I see nothing.
Yeah, Oliver is just so frustrated with the fact that you guys have to keep stopping that he notices nothing on the way out the door.
I'm also half blind.
I would like... Who rolled 4?
Clint?
Clint. Excellent. Here we go. Sorry, I'm looking for the right thing. One moment. So sorry.
It's okay, guys. A 30-second adventure, in and out.
Just quick adventure. In and out, 20 minutes.
Clint, as you guys are leaving, you look over towards the building that I described earlier that Lucas was pretty sure was some sort of a forge based on the smell of it. And you catch something shiny and kind of orangey.
Oh, hold on. Now, I have an eye for these things. I just saw something shiny.
Whoa, did you find some loot?
Maybe. Could be a loot, but I don't think this place makes musical instruments. Let's go check it out.
Damn it.
Please don't walk right into a ghost again.
Well, look, if we walk into another one, this seems to be a place that's been left alone and empty. We'll bring some life to it, acknowledge that they exist, give them a couple of hugs, maybe a couple of drinks, have a good time with them, make them feel good. They'll leave us alone and we get the shiny thing.
Yeah, come on, Oliver. 30-second adventure, in and out.
Like with the ghost?
Yeah. That was 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, that was just 30 seconds, I thought.
Yeah, just under.
I was running up the hill for what felt like an hour, so I don't know anymore.
Nah, I don't know. I think your sense of time is a little off, bud.
I'm dying.
That reminds me, Oliver, we might need to do some calisthenics when we get all this thing taken care of.
Yeah, probably.
I'm more of a
sort of
aerobics kind of guy.
I have decent form when fighting now. It's just the athleticism's not there. Besides the point, let's stick as a group if we're going to check this thing out, even though we're already behind schedule here.
Oh, hey, well, we're already a group.
Yeah.
You all draw towards this place that you realize is definitely a forge. You kind of round the corner and you realize that you weren't entirely sure because you were kind of looking at it from the side, but as you round the corner, you realize that it's actually pretty open air, and it's mostly just covered to protect it from non-existent elements. Probably more to cover it, like protect it from the sun, so that whoever is in here doesn't have to be too uncomfortable. Clint, you get in there and you're suddenly not entirely sure what you saw that was so shiny because you don't see anything at first. And then Ian swoops down as if he was reading your mind and he knew exactly what the shiny thing was. Or maybe it's just the fact that it's Ian and he likes shiny things.
I did say shiny thing out loud.
Lands on top of an open barrel, kind of like perched on the rim, and his head kind of dips down under the edge of it for a minute, and you see him like pecking at something, and it looks like he's trying to move stuff around with his beak, and then he sort of squawks and looks over at you. Something inside of here.
Oh, okay. What'd you find here? And here, come here. Let me.
Pretty thing, powerful thing. Come get it.
Oh,
too heavy for me.
Powerful. Okay. Here, let me scoot this out of the way. Pull this. Ian, here, hop on my shoulder again. Let's take a closer look together.
So you go over there, and what you realize you're looking at are a number of copper-made weapons, like ancient weapons. I'm sorry, copper? Bronze. Bronze. I don't know why I said copper. Bronze. Bronze weapons. And it takes you a minute because most of them look like they're really basic and simple. and don't seem special at all. In fact, most of them look like they might be like broken, like they've been used and they were just sort of stashed here until whoever ran the forge could maybe like try to do repairs. And then you pull one of them out and it is wrapped in a thick leather that looks like it's been treated against like treated so that it's mostly like waterproofed and things like that. And you unwrap it, and Oliver, you see the shine and the brilliance coming off of this thing the second he unwraps it.
Whoa.
Y'all come here, take a look at this one. This one don't even look all beat up.
I see it. It's powerful. I can tell you that much.
Oh, those are pretty nice.
What you are holding is an ancient Celtic style short sword with the elf shot effect on it. This is clearly not made by mortal hands. It is impeccably well crafted. Lucas, you especially notice this. This is the kind of craftsmanship you see coming out of like dwarven forges. This thing is perfect.
Yeah, I think that's a dwarven make right there.
I didn't say it was dwarven make. I said it was on par with what you see coming out of dwarven forges.
Well, you know, it's pretty close to it anyways, you know. It's whatever.
I mean, it makes sense. It's got a good weight to it. It's got a nice sheen. Why was it in the repair bin? Here, Oliver, you know anything about this one? This look familiar to you at all?
I can see. If nothing comes to mind, I can try activating the vision again.
Yeah, I figure.
Make me intelligence and occult, Oliver.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Cool.
Figure you fell asleep reading some of them books. Hopefully one of them popped up, wouldn't it?
Hopefully. That's 4 and then 6. Actually, wait,
I
no.
see 5.
Yeah, that's
5.
That's 7.
Hey.
Yeah, 7 successes. Very nice.
Ooh.
So it takes you a minute, Oliver, but you've made it a point to be studying up on the histories and the magics of your pantheon. And you realize that why this looks so perfect, and despite being a sword, somehow looks almost too graceful to be a sword, is because this is she-made. This was made by your people's version of the Fae, basically, or elves.
Huh. So, from what I can gather, this was basically created by Irish spirits, elves, I guess you could say.
Good people.
Good people.
Good Irish spirits. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, wow. That sounds pretty cool.
For reference, Lucas and Clint, your particular, at least some of your relics were definitely fashioned by she. You would know that, because they don't all come from the dwarves.
It's got any sort of markings on it or anything?
I'll flip it around, look and see.
It's got like Ogham on it, like etched into it.
Since I can read that, does it say anything in particular?
It looks like it probably got some sort of a weapon name on it.
You know, if this was made by good Irish spirits, it's probably, Jameson.
Ha!
Is that not what it says on there?
No, it does not say that it is Jameson. It says like it's a name, perhaps. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what. Still new to an ancient Irish language.
Maybe it's like a label, like knife.
Or sword?
Yeah. For, organizational purposes.
Pointy end goes away from hand.
Oh, dude, you're right. Could be like compliance code
I
or
think
something.
if that's a direction that needs to be inscribed onto the blade itself, you should not be holding the blade.
I mean, that makes sense, but, what if someone like me comes across the sword out of nowhere and just, wow, a shiny thing? Of course, you should have the instructions on there.
Can you read Ogham?
Nope.
Then I don't think it would do you any good.
Well, they weren't meant for me.
Right. So am I able to make out that name at all?
You are. It effectively translates to the hard-headed stealing. And I will put the Irish name in your journal.
Stealing as in like thievery or like the metal?
Like the metal.
Ooh.
Where is your journal? There it is.
So yeah,
That's
I'll
the
look
Irish name.
All right, let's look at that. Ooh, how do I pronounce that?
I'm not entirely sure.
I'll look it up later. So it's got a name on here that I'm probably going to have to research how to actually pronounce properly, but translated, it's something to the effect of the hard-headed stealing, as in S-T-E-E-L, not with an A. And right, yeah, so it's an interesting weapon. Which one of you wants it?
Well, I mean, I got my toothpick. It does pretty well. Lucas, you fight with a shovel?
Yeah, I fight with this cool shovel. You look back to the shovel. The crystal silver-like head is actually lighter now and more of the likeness of a snow shovel.
Well, and Oliver, how do you usually go about things? You use a sword, a shovel, a stick? What do you go on?
I normally don't. I sort of kind of just tell people the best way to go about them hitting other things and try not to get hit myself. But I've been kind of learning how to throw a punch. So I don't know. I don't think I'm supposed to have a weapon.
You should probably have one just in case.
That's what
shouldn't have a weapon? Like, Clint's gonna give a good long stare and see if he can't give a similar look that he received earlier. He's gonna use Brehan's eye.
On who?
Primarily on Oliver, but Lucas is also there.
Okay, make your roll.
That is 2 successes.
All right, you can read both of them.
Excellent. So highest value or highest virtue, lowest virtue, and nature.
Oliver's highest virtue is intellect, and his lowest ones are a tie between courage and piety, and his nature is penitent.
A highest virtue is courage, lowest is piety. Nature is visionary.
Y'all don't exactly come off as the big, strong, courageous sorts, do you?
No, and that's my point. I'm not a hero like you two are. My job is to make sure the heroes do things better.
Ollie, if I may, let's never say that ever again. You are a hero. You have been a hero. You will continue to be a hero. You have led us this far on a journey that we have not been able to perceive, and you are keeping us on point. we may be forces to be reckoned with, sure, but we're kind of like loose cannons at the moment without you. So you, sir, if you ain't nobody else's hero, you're at least mine.
Damn, that was good. That was a really good speech.
Thanks for that. But
Of course.
Clint,
it just, I don't know. The image of me wielding a sword aloft just doesn't feel right.
Clint,
Yes.
please roll charisma plus presence, and I will
Yeah.
allow you to add your rating in courage if you would like, but it'll cost you 1 courage dot.
I don't think I will need it.
Or not courage, I'm sorry, expression is what I meant.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll add it on there. Never mind. So you said charisma and presence?
Uh-huh. And if you spend a temporary dot of expression, you get to add 3 extra dice to it.
I'll go ahead and use it. I'm in the wrong channel.
Remember to roll d10s, not d6s.
I did that one at least. All right, so
Holy
2,
cow.
3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
Oliver,
Mm-hmm.
how many temporary willpower damage do you have right now?
I have taken 2 points of willpower, so I have.
You are back to full.
Okay. So in that case, yeah, after him saying that, I'll just look the sword over, take a deep breath, just look at him. I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. That's a-
Attaboy.
Line from Hamlet, by the way.
Oh, okay.
What?
I liked it. It sounded real good coming from you.
I like him.
No, I have something to stab you with now.
Hey, and you know
I
what?
just
I bet
want
you're
that
gonna be
to be known.
real good at that.
Look, maybe only pull it out when you plan on using it.
That is the idea.
There
I'm
you
gonna-
go.
Put the sword in my satchel, but awkwardly, so it's like the handle and like part of the blade sticking out.
Look,
Perfect.
and if you don't feel comfortable using it now, I understand. If you want to use your fist, that's fine. But having it on your, well, not quite your hip, but having it on you definitely adds to your air of heroism.
Yeah.
You wear it well.
Hey, you know,
I don't exactly have like a sheath or anything, so it's just gonna go in the satchel.
it might not feel right away, but it will in time. You'll get there.
Lucas, that was weirdly insightful for you.
Yeah, you know, I'm always insightful. I'm also very high right now.
Yeah, we
On-
should probably move.
Yes, we should do that. Quick question before you moved on. You said this sword had like a certain property to it?
Yeah, it's powerful. Number 1, it gives you it gives whoever gets hit by it the elf shot effect.
That's what I was
Uh,
hearing. Am I allowed to ask what that does, or do I need to look that up later?
It is by spending a point of legend when making an attack roll, the wielder of such a relic may change the ammunition of his weapon, be it bow or firearm, or just, the weapon itself. Those struck by such a weapon must make a stamina plus fortitude plus legend roll, opposed by the attacker's appearance plus presence plus legend. The duration is 1 scene. Against creatures without a legend rating or 10 ticks per health level, blah, 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 blah. It basically just does like extra. It fucks them up extra good.
All right, cool.
And they become like, it almost enchanted by you, basically.
Very nice.
It distills the awe or horror of your appearance. You're not a bad looking dude, so it makes you extra pretty, basically.
Cool.
Like I said, it really adds to that air of heroism.
Yeah.
You also notice that there is a faint glow to the blade.
It's like
Very, very faint, but it glows just a little bit.
Nice.
it's almost like a weird cheerleader effect. Like someone put like a filter over you. You look really majestic.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to agree with him.
I mean, why do you think officers always like carry swords and stuff like that? Makes them look badass.
I thought they carried handcuffs and tasers.
Oh, like, you know, the new ones, but like back in the old days.
Like a knight?
Yeah.
I'll take it. And I'm just gonna start walking in the direction of the ribbon.
Oh, all right, let's keep going.
Yep, and he's gonna follow right along.
All right. As we continue on, I would like Clint to make perception survival.
All right.
And then for everybody to make me dex and stealth, please.
Okay.
Alrighty.
That'll be a whopping 1 success.
Better than 0. That'll be 2.
I
I have
3
not been rolling well.
successes.
I've been having to check
Actually,
make sure
4.
I'm not doing D6s.
4 successes.
Clint, I still need a dex and stealth from you as well.
Oh, dex and stealth as well. God. That'll be 2 successes.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. You all continue. Your you continue your path through Mag Mell. And find yourself walking between 2 of the hills. You see in the distance there are more forts that look like they are in various states of standing. Some of them look like they've almost completely collapsed in on themselves, like something huge fell on them. Others look just as untouched as the one that you just passed through, but they are all distant and a ways off before you could potentially go and explore them. Oliver is continuing to follow the thread along through the valleys between these hills. You all have decided that it is probably for the best to not ascend the hills if you don't have to, because they provide you some semblance of cover and a decent shot at least a better shot at staying hidden from the giants that you are trying so hard to avoid.
Hey, Oliver,
Mm-hmm.
does the thread point to any of these buildings at all, or is it just straight through 'em?
That's a great question. Does it?
It looks like it might cut through parts of them, but you can kind of tell that it's not really about the building. It's just that the thread points you in the most direct path. So there are times where you have to kind of circle around the bottom of a hill.
It takes us that direction, but it doesn't look like the buildings are our destination, per se.
Well, at least we can bob and weave between the buildings for cover.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Keep hunkered down, head on a swivel.
Man, I'm
Keep moving
smart.
quiet. Yeah, you are. Real smart, Lucas.
Yeah.
And we're not going to go into any of them.
Not anymore.
No, they're too haunted.
Actually, hold on. As we're walking along, Clint will, with his death senses, kind of just glance along, scan to see if there are any spirits out and about.
Make me, I guess, another perception awareness.
You got it. That'd be 3.
You definitely see what are probably some sort of a ghost here and there, but none of them like come out to meet you or anything. You see them kind of at a distance.
Yeah, it looks like we might have friends if we decide to get too close to them, but looks like the spirits are keeping their distance for now.
It could be because we smell like the things that are terrorizing them.
It could be. Usually ghosts don't particularly care about how you smell, but that we could stink that much. That is honest and fair.
Well, these things did kind of come in and terrorize the place to the point where this is no longer a sustainable underworld for them. So I feel like it might be related.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, as long as we keep an eye out and make sure we don't let ourselves get runt over by any sort of ghosts or spirit, we should be fine. I didn't see any. Did you see any Fomorians around while we were, glancing about? I didn't see any of them.
No, I was focused on the thread.
All right, we should be okay then. Hey, Lucas, have you seen anything?
Why would you ask him that?
You look over to him like his eyes are watering behind his glasses. Looks pretty good to me. I mean, it's a little blurry, but hey, I guess that's just underworlds for you.
Yep, Lucas is okay. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. As you are walking, and I'm not going to require a roll for this for any of you, because you already failed it.
Yippee.
Oh.
Perfect.
When you hear it, the first thing you realize, Oliver, is that you should have heard it a lot sooner. And again, it makes the blood run cold in your veins. You hear a howl.
Oh, no.
It is loud, and it is getting louder.
Shit.
We need to get to more defensive positions now.
We already stink. Do you really think they care about us?
Those, yes.
All right, let's
I
get
would
ready
like
then.
everybody to roll join battle, please.
Okay.
Uh-oh. 4.
Oh, shit.
I got 3.
Got no successes.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's consumed by the
Lucas.
allergies.
You don't want to spend a legend point or anything there, friendo?
You know what? I completely forgot about. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Good idea.
Go,
Yeah,
go, go.
that's for the best.
Oh, no.
Bro.
Did you roll 0 again?
He sure did.
Oh.
Fate has decided that,
Am I able to spend another legend?
Nope.
Oh,
nope, you only
God.
get to do it once. Oh boy, I'm so excited.
Please don't be.
All right, now to roll for them.
them. That sounds promising.
Multiple.
Yeah.
It sounds.
That's more than 0.
Okay, so that's 3, 2, 3. Wonderful. I'm so excited.
No.
Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. That's 434. They have epics. I forgot.
Hey.
That's rough.
All right. As a reminder, and I'm saying this as a reminder. The reality is, it's only a reminder for Gary. For the other two of you, this is mostly something to be aware of. You do not have to fight every fight. If you can find a way out, you are welcome to try. I'm not going to force the combat on you, unless you fail to get away. But if you want to fight, you are also welcome to fight. This isn't so much a warning as just a heads up, like, I'm not one of those GMs who's going to push the envelope and make you fight every single time a conflict comes up.
It's all good. We haven't had a fight in a while.
Just fought a
all
ghost.
right. You did just fight a ghost.
Well,
Kinda.
yeah.
You hugged a ghost to death. It was kind of cute.
Friendship is magic.
Great. Clint, what did you roll?
3.
Okay, Oliver.
4.
Well done.
Yeah.
Color me impressed.
Thanks.
And Lucas got 0.
Womp.
Poor buddy. Oliver, you go first. They have not fully closed with you yet, but they are clearly running directly towards you guys.
And we can see him at this point?
You can hear them. They are probably circling around one of the hills to your right. It is worth noting that because you have had as much experience with them as you do know that they have lightning sprinter. They're exceptionally fast. They will close on you this round.
Okay.
Unless you can find a way to get away.
And I'm assuming the buildings are too far away at this point to make it there by the end of the round?
You could try to push for it. Sacrifice any other action to just run for one of the buildings. I'll let you make a roll.
No, we're gonna stick together. Okay, so I don't know why these are here, but we probably shouldn't fight them and instead either hide or get away somehow. We don't have a car this time. Crap.
Had a car last time?
Yeah, and we had someone who was pretty good at driving it to get away, but it's not important anymore. I am going to start by kind of taking a deep breath. Okay, so long as we stick together, work together, and be smart about this, we will get through this just fine. And I'm going to use that as my battle cry to, or sorry, not battle cry, blessing of bravery to once again give everyone a point of willpower and 2 temporary points of valor.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Mark those down on your sheets, boys. You do get willpower above your normal max if you get an extra point. So
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank you very much. Look at you
Are
being
you-
a hero.
are you running for one of the buildings, Oliver?
Um,
Or are you
Uh,
staying with the boys?
right now, the smartest thing is to be defensible and stay together. So I'm sticking together with them. But once we all kind of start running, meaning once Lucas is in the game, I think that's when we all kind of start moving together, hopefully.
Okay. You can't really like hold your movement, but I understand what you're
Yeah.
saying. You're gonna go right after Lucas anyway.
Yes. Once he starts taking off, then yeah.
Okay. So we have 2 wolves coming up. You two, Lucas and Clint, you both know what these are. You've certainly heard the stories. You might have even encountered like one recently, but because you both managed to get proper visitations before having your awakenings forced upon you, you have been less of a target than Oliver and his former band were, because they were targeted before they got their visitations.
Oh, fun.
So one of them darts forward and also gets to do. Sorry, I'm looking for the right thing. You see as it like rounds the corner that it is moving faster than a wolf should, even a wolf as big as this one. This one looks like it is the size of like a hatchback car. It's pretty fucking big.
Oh, it's
Not
just
as big
a
as some
little
of the
dog.
ones not as big as some of the ones that Oliver has seen, but still considerably bigger than any wolf has any right to be.
That dog is looking pretty big, guys.
Weirdly, I've seen bigger, but still concerning.
They're just a little hungry, is all.
And when he sees you, he snaps and snarls and growls. And Clint, you can't understand him because you don't specialize in the right type of animal. But you know animal communication when you see it.
Wait.
They're talking to each other.
BP. Since Lucas has communication dog, would that work?
I will allow you to make a let's do intelligence and academics roll. No, intelligence and animal ken. And let's see if you could pick up on some of it, because it's not exactly, it's like different versions of the same language, if that makes sense. It's just different enough that it's not something that's automatic for you.
Intelligence animal ken?
Yes.
Radio, and I'll actually spend a willpower for this.
Ooh.
I gave you one for free. Use it.
Be brave. Be bold. Be fabulous.
That's 2.
Oh.
Okay. You only catch a couple of the words. But it is effectively, it sounds a little bit like he is hyping himself and his friends up. And you realize after a moment that he's kind of doing the same thing that Oliver just did. Where he's like pepping them up before a fight. It's a little bit like Blessing of Bravery.
Oh. Is he getting the inclination that they're just as nervous?
No.
Oh fuck. Okay. I was really hoping that would be the case. Okay. So I don't want to alarm you guys, but I think he's also trying to hype up his buddies.
Oh, great.
That's not good. Our hype came from a place of fear. Theirs comes from a place of confidence. That's not good.
We might be in some trouble.
Our hype came from a place of fear.
Look, I'm trying my best.
We've got this. Don't worry.
Okay. That's his action. His buddy seems to, I don't know. It's almost like he straightens up a little bit as he runs. Like he seems a little bit more sure of his footing and a little bit more sure of himself, and he is beelining directly for... Oh, I hate to do this to you, buddy, but...
No.
But I hate to do this to you, buddy, but he is beelining directly for Oliver because Oliver seems like the squishiest one here.
Oh, cool. That's ironic.
All right. Oh, it's gonna make a bitey bite attack.
Right. Ooh. I have 5 of your head, so if he has any auto successes, they get reduced by 2.
You have what?
5 of your head. It's a nat.
Ah, right. His auto successes don't count. Yeah.
Up to my epic intelligence, so 2 auto successes go away. If he has any more, they still count.
Good to know. Cool. So he doesn't get any of his auto successes. This is just a straight roll.
And is this when I apply my soak, or is it when I'm taking damage?
Hold on, I gotta do the thing first. You gotta let me make my roll. Stop asking questions.
I'm sorry.
Oliver's like, I'm nervous.
I'm trying. I am fighting for my life here.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is your DV?
6.
All right, he misses.
Whew.
So this massive wolf comes barreling at you, and Clint, you are squaring up. You are fucking ready. Shoulders are set, heels are dug in. You are ready to meet this thing, and it blows right past you for Oliver.
Wait, where are you going?
Jumps like up and over your head and at Oliver, and you see Oliver's good eye go real wide for a second, and then he sort of like ducks and runs towards you, and the wolf kind of ends up going directly over top of him, but lands and spins around towards Oliver and is growling. Fangs are bared. Y'all's escape, however, has effectively been cut off. The escape towards the building is now on the other side of that wolf. So you're going to have to find a way to get around him, which isn't impossible, but is still going to be a task.
We're already on
All
a
right.
task.
Clint, your turn.
All right. Clint will glance, take in the battlefield, see that Oliver is nice and nearby so that wolf is in line and a prime target. So Clint readies his toothpick and extends it into a long, about 6 foot long spear of pure wood, straightens it out, readies himself, and throws it as hard as he can at the wolf's face. Maybe you'll learn how to play fetch, as he tosses it.
Okay.
I think it is, and where's the ball?
You need to roll your...
Surely do.
So I think it's strength plus dex plus your stuff.
That's correct. We've also got... Okay. Clint is also going to kind of dig a little deeper into his personal well of being.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to spend a willpower point and one of the valor and take advantage of that, so that we add 2 to it.
Okay, go for it.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an additional success, so that's 6 successes.
Let me see your sheet. There's 1 additional success. Because I'm letting you, yeah, okay.
Because it's both of them together, then divided by 2, so it comes out to 1.
Yep, okay. So how many total? Sorry?
It'd be a total of 6.
A total of 6. And you just miss. You throw it, and he kind of like, jukes to the side a little bit, and it embeds in the ground beside him.
Like I said, maybe he'll learn how to play fetch. Come on, this way, and we'll try and, Clint will lead a circling pattern around the wolf, hoping to get closer to the other side, if not all the way around, with Oliver in tow, if he is allowed to grab him.
Are you going to try and, like, physically move Oliver?
Oh, heck yeah. Clint will happily pick Oliver up if he has to.
Okay. Make me a dex and athletics.
You got it.
Oliver, are you gonna, like, struggle at all, or are you just gonna, like, let yourself be carried?
I'll let myself. I imagine when the thing kind of like dove at me, I essentially dove under it, kind of rolled a little bit, and I'm still kind of on the ground picking myself up, and He just grabbed me and pulling me along.
Come on, Ollie, we gotta go this way.
Yeah, I'm aware. Slight issues. There is a big wolf right there.
All right, so that's 2, and then the additional 1 from Epic Dex, and then additional 3 from And the Crowd Goes Wild. So we've got 2, 3, and 3.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
6.
yeah. Okay, you're fine. You like
am a
so
light man.
you throw this thing with one hand at the same time your other hand reaches down and kind of grabs Oliver by the back of his jacket and haul him up a little bit like a kitten by the scruff and toss him over your shoulder.
on,
As
Ollie.
you are beginning to circle around, leaving Lucas all by his lonesome in the middle of 3 wolves. I'm sure
I should've
that'll end
grabbed
well.
Lucas too.
You
Oh,
can't
wow.
grab both.
No.
That's where I would call the line.
Exactly.
All right, there's
All right.
1 wolf left in the turn order. And well, Clint is now unarmed and burdened with glorious purpose of hauling Oliver's ass across the battlefield. So he's gonna try for Oliver, or for Clint.
Bring it on, big boy.
So because you are carrying Oliver, I'm going to say that your DV is effectively lowered by 2. You are not going to be able to move as quickly. You are not going to be as light and dexterous on your feet.
Makes sense. In that case, given that it would have to be a dodge or a brawl, we're looking at 1 or a 2.
Oh boy. Ooh.
That's a little bit more than 1 or 2.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus his epics. So 5. So if you're using 2, that means he has a threshold of 3. Do you have any soak?
Oh yeah, I got soak.
Okay, so what is your Where's my book? Sorry, Adobe is struggling with the number of tabs I've got open.
All good. If it's lethal, that'd be 5.
It is not. It is aggravated.
Ooh, then it's only 3.
Okay. Well, that's fine. You still knock him down from a 7 to a 4, and he has a threshold of 3.
Yep,
So that's back up to a 7.
the armor gives an additional 1, so it's total of 4 soak.
Okay, so he's at 6 then.
Yeah.
Oh, 60, 10.
Ouch.
10s don't explode on damage.
Ooh.
So that is 4. You take 4 aggravated damage. As he leaps at you and grabs you by your free arm and shoulder. And does that thing that dogs do where he starts to shake.
Clint is going to expend 5 legend points and turn that aggravated into lethal.
Okay.
Get off! Get off of me! And, try and shake the wolf off.
Lucas,
All right.
your buddies are in trouble. Help.
All right. Here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 legend, and I am going to activate Warrior's Ideal as he
Ooh.
begins walking. It's just the one wolf that is currently harassing Oliver right now, right? Or Oliver and Clint.
There's only one that has managed to actually hit either of them, and that is the one that is currently hanging off of Clint's arm and shoulder.
Who, by the way, looks beautiful with this wolf hanging off of him. Looks like he's untouched.
So here's what I'm gonna say. Using his communication knack, you'll the two of you will see something shift in Lucas as he spins that shovel around and begins to hold it with an unusual grace as he is striding towards the wolf. Now,
Okay.
I don't appreciate you coming around here, walking around this heaven of ours like it's your birthright, your stomping grounds. It's not. Now, my two buddies won't understand what I'm saying right now, but I'm gonna make it perfectly clear to you and your shithole fledgling little pack. Don't make me step in. I will end your bloodline with your blood and your guts and your entrails as the footnote to your sad little history.
Alrighty. Let's make that a manipulation and presence, please.
Can do.
And I will say that if you would like, number one, this is absolutely going to be this is absolutely a stunt. So you have 2 extra dice automatically. And if you would like to burn a willpower, I will allow you to add expression.
You know what? I'm absolutely going to go ahead and do that. That will be 3 additional dice, I believe. Yes, expression 3. Those are dice in this case, yes?
Yes, 3 for that plus the 2 for the stunt. So a total of 5 extra dice on top of your manipulation presence.
All right, looks like I'm rolling with 11 die total. Go ahead and see how this is going to turn out.
Oh shit. Okay. That's 5, yeah, because you've got a
Yep.
epic manipulation.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hold on. There is one thing that you have that I feel like you might want to use, but I need to look it up. Give me a second. Do you have on your cheat sheet what exactly Blessing of Importance does?
I have the knack. I don't think I've written down. Let me
Because I know it does something, and I feel like it might apply.
It refills other people's spent willpower.
Oh, yeah, no, that's not helpful. Okay, never mind. Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means I need to roll for them. Back down to the Fenris Wolves. Do. I accidentally scrolled away from their page and now I've got to find them again. Hold on, I'm sorry.
I'm fucking sweating right now.
Adobe's so mad at me right now. Adobe's like, why are we scrolling so much? Okay. So they're probably gonna be... Yeah, we'll make it wits and integrity. They have a much smaller die pool than you do. Holy shit. That's 2, I think.
Yes, unless they have any epics.
They do not have any epic wits, so that's 2. The one that is on Clint, let's go. It's growling, but you have enough experience with dogs and canines in general to know that it is growling out of fear, not, it's not self-assured anymore. You've cowed it. Its ears are back. and it is like it's still growling, and it's squared up on all of you, but it is like backing away.
He'll step out in front of Clint and Oliver, and he'll say, "Go back to your pack. Tell them to find other prey. These giants are with me."
I have to roll for the other two. They're going to get a slight bump because you weren't really talking to them directly. So I'm going to give them 2 extra dice, but it's still not going to be nearly as much as you have.
Oh boy.
So that's 4.
Still less than 5.
It is. And 5. This one manages
more than 5.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Holy
7s.
shit. I missed the 7s.
No.
So that's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy shit. So 2 of them have backed off. They're still there, but they're not squared up anymore. And one of them, who is kind of the bigger and beefier, and you can kind of tell is the one who is like, I don't want to use the term alpha because we all know that that's some bullshit, but effectively the leader of this little hunting party that was after you.
Is that the one blocking our way, or is that the one that hasn't really shown up yet? Or I guess it did show up.
He did show up. He was the one who was barking orders and hyping them up.
Yeah. Okay.
And he does not look cowed, but the other 2 definitely do.
All right, well, at least I did that much.
You did. I would like Oliver and Clint to make me perception awareness rolls, please.
I'm so good at these.
Clint, you get a +2 to this.
Ooh.
1.
2, 4, 5.
Hey, good, because Oliver missed it. Completely fucking missed it. You notice it because it is directly in your face. Oliver is on your good shoulder, and that sword is sheathed at his hip. There is a faint glow coming from the edge of where the sheath and the hilt meet.
Huh.
And I say faint because it is muffled, like somebody is covering up a light. You have the feeling that it might not be so muffled anymore if it weren't in that fucking sheath.
That sheath being my satchel.
Ollie, your
Oh
sword.
no, it's in a proper sheath. It
it
came
is.
with a sheath.
Okay.
Yes, because it would just cut right through your satchel if you put it in there. So
Valid.
Ollie, not to disturb you, but your glow's kind of getting me in the eye here with your sword.
What? Oh, sorry, that was on my bad side. Oh, okay, yep, that's interesting.
Might want to give that a tug. Maybe it'll help us here.
Yeah, sure thing.
lo and behold, it is Oliver's turn.
Yeah, I will pry my way from being dragged by Clint.
Oh,
Grab
yeah,
the-
here you go.
Yeah, grab the sword and unsheath it.
As you draw this sword, I would like you to spend 1 legend.
I can do that.
And what is a fairly bright but not overly disconcerting light becomes blinding. However, what's odd is that it's very, very bright to all of you, but it doesn't hurt and you can still see just fine.
It's a flashlight sword.
The wolves, on the other hand, the one that is closest, the one that has been growling and is squared up, kind of yelps and like turns its head like it is blinded from it and is actively backing away. And they are snarling and clearly talking again.
I think this will be a good use of paving the way towards the more defensible position of the buildings. When they back away, are they like backing away so that they're reconvening, or is that one still kind of like blocking our way?
No, they're backing away. Like they're trying to get the hell away from the sword and the guy who growled at them, and apparently scared a couple of them.
Can I send you a message of just something that Lucas is gonna say in more of a thicker Irish towards them? Just to kind of like persuade them to, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Sure.
All right. During that point, has the one that was blocking our way kind of already gotten out of the way, or could I attempt to kind of like swipe it on the way?
They have all begun to back off. They're out of your way.
Oh, okay, yeah. In that case, I will keep the sword held up, kind of like pointed in the direction. I'm slowly backing or walking backwards towards like the building / where the thread is taking us. Like, all right, I don't exactly know how to use this thing, which is far scarier for them than it is for me. So I recommend both of you get behind me and we make our way in that direction.
Yep, keep steady. I'm right away.
You're effectively out of turn order now.
Okay.
Unless you guys engage with the wolves again, they're backing off.
Clint will recall his weapon, but otherwise not trying to engage the enemy further.
I sent you a message of what Lucas says in that kind of same guttural animal tone towards the group of wolves. His
Love
eyes just staring them down.
Love that. Very good. Okay. All right.
As we're backing up, I am also going to kind of glance at Lucas. What did you say to them? Because
The right thing.
That most certainly, but I feel like the sword is only a part of it, and they also seem.
Hang on,
bit scared of you.
Oliver. Your ability to understand all languages is that always on, or do you have to activate?
It's always
that?
on. Oh. It's always on while I'm wearing the monocle.
Okay.
I don't know if that extends to animals, though.
Well, you said it in Irish, though, didn't you, Lucas?
Yeah.
You explicitly said it in Irish.
I did. I guess he's gonna have to do the thing.
Okay. Gavin, I hate to do this. I need you to deafen yourself.
Ooh, okay.
All right. Lucas, what did you say?
Witness the light of my son's blade. The blade of Cuckoo Lane.
Ooh.
All right. Gavin can now undeafen himself.
Yeah, as I'm pointing and I look over at Lucas, I start saying what I initially said, and that's when the translation kind of hits. I just kind of stare at him. Right, let's continue backing up.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hang on. Gavin's still...
Oh, is he still
yeah.
Gavin's still muted.
Oh, I didn't realize it.
Goodbye, Gavin.
Gavin, come back.
Gavin, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong.
Gavin was busy typing in the stream chat.
Yeah,
That's amazing. I love you. You're so cool.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is Clint here, or what happens after this little moment?
I basically just continue giving the order to keep backing up towards the direction of the building / in the way of the thread that's leading us.
Okay.
All right.
All right. No rolls necessary. Like I said, you have effectively frightened them off. They have backed off completely and are leaving you to your own leaving you to yourselves.
Well, Lucas, thank you. You stepped up there. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You guys know I always got your backs. We're part of the boys, you know?
Yeah, their pack can't mess with our pack.
Yeah, exactly. We got that BSE energy.
Yeah, big spirit energy.
That's
Yeah.
right. And he like actually chest bumps.
Clint stands still so as not to harm Lucas.
If he moved even an inch, he would just like break his spine to his chest.
Oliver,
Mhm.
I just want to point out you have gotten medicine. You know
Yes.
at a glance that Clint's not looking good.
Yeah. I think initially I'm just kind of watching this situation, still trying to process things, but once I kind of like snap back into it, I look at Clint. We bought that med kit, first aid kit. That was a good idea on my part because you
Oh,
need it
yeah.
right now.
Do you know how to use that thing?
I know a little bit. My adopted mother was a surgeon, so I picked up a few things.
Man, so you're a professor and a doctor. That's so cool.
No, not even a little bit. I just happen to know some first aid. I'm not even that good.
Oh,
I
so
just
you got
paid
your
attention.
license out of a cereal box? That's still pretty cool.
You got to be wealthy to be able to pay attention. Anyhow, yeah, sew me up, Doc. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Oliver, intelligence plus medicine, please. And I will give you a +1 because you have a med kit.
Awesome. Could I use a intellect virtue to help with this?
Depends on the virtue. Oh,
intellect.
yes, you could absolutely. I'm sorry, I was thinking next, not virtues. Yes, you could absolutely channel intellect for this.
Awesome. Okay, so boop. Where's medicine? I think I only have like one dot in it. Yep, okay. Gotta add things. And then my intellect. Cool. Big roll. Oh!
Holy
Whoa! That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
my
7, 8,
God.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus my epics. 15 successes!
Oh my
Holy shit! Okay, so I was going to allow you to just Jesus. Okay,
We can
All right.
rebuild them.
so those are
the technology.
aggravated, right?
They were lethal because damage conversion.
Oh, right. Okay. I will allow you to wipe out all of the aggravated. You are now at 3 bashing.
So if I'm already at lethal instead of aggravated.
I'm sorry, I meant lethal. I'm
Okay, cool.
allowing you to wipe out all of the lethal. You're just at 3 bashing now. That's what
Cool,
I was trying
got
to
it.
say. My bad.
All good. As that's going on, Clint will kind of tense himself up, focus, and expend a legend point to make that go down even further.
Also, like to point out
Alright.
while I'm doing this, I'm kind of like muttering myself under my breath, just being like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Is it supposed to be bound like this? Or, and in Oliver's head, he is not doing a good job.
Lucas looks over. He's like, "Wow, yeah, you're pretty good at that."
You ever
That's-
seen such steady hands?
Yeah, seriously, he's doing it like real quick too. That's some grace right there.
What? No, I'm just wrapping things around a thing and putting things back together. It's,
You know what? I'm not
Yeah.
convinced that you're not a doctor. I bet you have a secret license.
if I do, it'd be news to me.
Well, that'd
Man.
be why it's a secret, right?
Yeah, it's just
A
that
secret, even to myself?
Yeah,
Like
Yeah,
a sleeper agent?
there you go.
yeah.
Purple 35, green. You're a surgeon now.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm still an ex-English teacher.
Horse, fox, eagle, desert. Okay, are you good now? Are you,
Nope,
did we awaken
still
you?
still Oliver, bright, English guy.
Man, he's in real deep.
Extra sleepy sleeper agent.
And just sleeping on the job.
All right. We still have things to do, as funny as this is.
Let's go get that rock.
You
Yeah.
guys bind up Clint's shoulder and continue on your journey. It takes you a total of 6 more hours to follow this thread. when you get there, you are at the bottom of the tallest hill you've ever seen. It almost could be a mountain, but it's definitely a hill. At the top of the hill is a rather large stone chair.
You think that's the dragonstone? That doesn't match the description.
Does the thread point straight to the chair?
Basically, you'd have to get closer. With your perception, you don't know exactly what it's pointing to, but it looks like it's pointing directly at the chair.
I think it just might be that, or it's in the chair. I'm not sure, but since it's been a few hours, I just came to a realization. We know how we got in here. How are we going to get out with that thing?
Let's not sweat the big stuff right now. You see Lucas is actually sweating a bit as he looks at the chair.
You all right there, Lucas?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Do you need to have a sit down?
Yeah, he'll turn away almost, but look back again at the chair. He's gonna take his shovel and he's gonna hand it over to Clint. Here.
What's this for? What are you planning on?
Nothing. I'm just having to sit down. He might need that though, and he'll just kind of plonk down.
I'm gonna grab him by the arm before he sits down.
Okay.
Was our labor to get the dragonstone, or was it to take something else to the dragonstone?
To get the dragonstone.
I'm asking Lucas.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, it was to get the dragonstone.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'm still pretty fucking high, not gonna lie, but I'm pretty sure it was to get the dragonstone and bring it back.
Right. I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
Let's go take a look at that thing, and I will tentatively start making my way up the hill.
You are able to go up the hill? Clint,
I'll
are you
go with
following or are you staying
Yeah.
with Lucas?
No, I'll bring Lucas along. That way, if he wants to sit down on it, he can.
He actually starts actively resisting your effort. No, I'm fine right here.
Oh.
Yeah, after all that stuff with the wolves, I think my adrenaline crash is starting to hit me a little.
Lucas, you're not thinking of just laying down and giving up, are you?
No. I'm just gonna be right here. I'm gonna keep an eye out just in case they come back.
Oh, well,
But
then
he
here.
does look a little shaky, and you've been doing this long enough to know what it looks like when somebody is coming off of an adrenaline high. That's what this looks like. He looks like he might just need a break.
I'm just gonna ground myself and just do look out for y'all.
He'll be all right, Clint, so long as he doesn't get too far away.
Yeah. All right. Here, I don't want to take this shovel from you, though, just in case.
No. Keep it. Just keep it for right now.
All right. Got a stick in one hand, shovel in the other. Let's do this.
I think we're going to need that shovel, actually, Clint, but let's see what we see at the top of the hill.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Or even just like walking up it, I'm starting to get out of breath.
All right. Come on, Ollie. Do you need a hand?
No, I'll be fine.
Here, you hold on to the shovel. Use it like a walking stick. You need it.
I'm quite all right. If you want me to get better, I got to do it myself.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. I just want to help you. It looks like you're really beating yourself up just trying to climb up this little pathway.
You've helped me in a lot of ways today, Clint, so I appreciate it.
All right then. Okay. Yeah, and you're welcome, of course.
Okay. You ascend the hill. As I said before, it is the biggest hill you've ever seen. It takes a while to get there. You look back several times. Lucas has not moved. He's at the bottom of the hill. He looks like he has settled himself down and he is just watching the horizon, is what it looks like from where you are. At the top of the hill, you realize that this chair is way bigger than it looked like at the bottom of the hill. And that the thread is not, in fact, going to the chair itself. It is going into the ground under the chair.
I'm going to kind of crouch down and look at it. Think I'm starting to put some pieces together as to why we're doing this labor.
Why is that?
Well, I found it strange that this thing got left behind so long ago, but no one came around to get it until now. And I think it's because it had to be us, or at least people like us, maybe. I'm not sure, but try using the shovel on this spot right here.
Right here? All right. Hold on. Clint shrinks the spear back down into a toothpick, tucks it between his lips, and spits on his hands and gets that shovel going. Come on.
All right. Make me strength and athletics.
You got it.
Is there any way I can help increase that?
You cannot increase his pull. However, you can make it less likely for him to fuck this up. So roll me wits and...
Man,
Yeah, let's make it wits and command. That works for me.
it's non-combat.
Actually, wits and investigation. I'm sorry, not command.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Either way, just one less die. Oh,
Hold on. You have science archaeology?
yeah.
Well,
I'm
it
not
should
very
be.
good at it.
I don't care. It should be wits and science archaeology.
That's fair.
We're literally dealing with digging up stuff right now.
Honestly, I hadn't even considered it, so it's a valid point.
Look at me. Now we are the diggy dwarves.
3 plus 1 epic, so nice. 3 plus 1 epic, so 4.
4.
All right.
Dilbert would be so proud.
How does that influence the roll, if anything?
It does not influence your
Cool.
roll at all.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 6. That's 7 successes.
Very nice. Okay. Clint, this is the easiest, so you grew up on a farm, right?
Exactly, yeah. I can shovel things around.
You've dug like holes for posts.
Mm-hmm.
This is way easier than that, which is weird because you're digging underneath of a structure, and normally this should be hard because you're a little hunched over. It's a little awkward, you know. You're being very careful about where you're standing because you don't know exactly what you're digging up.
And I ain't used to this shovel neither.
You're not. It is, longer, and the shovel head is a little bit broader than anything you would normally choose for this. And Oliver is being very careful about watching the ground as you break the dirt and loosen it up. And as you do so, suddenly Oliver's hand kind of snaps out and grabs the shovel and stops you.
Oh, careful. Almost caught a finger there.
You need to be careful of this part.
Oh, okay.
And Oliver, you look down and you begin to kind of brush the dirt away from what looks like an odd shape. And as you do so, you realize that you have exposed something that is about twice the size of a football, but not pointy. It's kind of vaguely oblong, and it looks like a rock. but it's weirdly smooth. There's no like odd ridges to it. There's no imperfections.
Would you say that's roughly about the length and a half of a football?
It's a very big football, I would say that. And I think it's what we're here for. And I'm presuming the thread is pointing right at that thing.
It is.
In that case, I will start to gently try to start clearing away the rubble around it so we can extract it without potentially causing
touching
damage.
it at all?
Initially, no. Just trying to get the rubble around it cleared out.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Why ain't you just grabbing it and picking it up so we can get out of here?
Well, if you try to grab something that's surrounded by rubble, you risk damaging it, and I don't think it would be a very good thing for our labor to go all this way, get to our item, and then break it just as we come across it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Never mind. Yep.
All right, and once it's cleared away, I feel like it's just gonna glow like a beacon if I will, but hopefully it'll give me an idea of potentially anything interesting about it. I'll use Unlidded Eye, have the good eye kind of glow purple to see if I can learn about its magical properties.
Is there a roll associated with this?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Then
Yes, there-
do your roll.
That is 2 successes.
All right. Is there a specific number that you need to activate it, or does it just work as long as you
It
get
just
a success?
works, but the number of successes determines like how well I managed to read something's magicalness.
Gotcha. Okay. This is definitely intensely magical. But more than that, the chair above you is glowing like a beacon, but it's not a good beacon. It's malevolent.
Huh.
The egg or the egg-shaped stone thingy is not malevolent, but the chair
the chair is. I'm thinking some more pieces might be falling into place here, Clint. Theory
falling
here.
into the hole?
No, well, a rabbit hole, I guess. Theory here is that this chair is giving off some very bad magic, and the fact that the dragonstone is within it, I don't think is a coincidence. So either this chair is, or I guess keeping the dragonstone imprisoned, I guess, so to say, or it's powering the chair, and the chair might be what's causing some of the badness going on here.
So can we just break the chair and fix a few problems?
I don't know if it'll be that easy, but I think just trying to grab the stone and yank it out might not be a good idea.
All right, so let's break the chair first and then grab the egg.
It's a very big chair, Clint. It would take us at least a week or something if we got 3 other Scions here to break it down fully. However,
Oliver, I don't mean to brag, but I am a very strong man, and Clint will start flexing to show off.
all right, you get to work breaking down the chair, and I will do an idea that I have.
Yeah, that works. All right, yeah, let me go over here, see if I can't bust down this chair some. Cracks his knuckles, rips his shirt off, get ready.
All right, I'm going to do something that might not work at all, but I'm going to go into the satchel, pull out a roll of duct tape, the spool of rope that we brought along with us. I'm going to take like a piece of duct tape, and I want to make a really crappy lasso essentially with it, where I'm going to have like a strip of duct tape at the end of the rope, so part of the stickiness is hanging off. I'm just going to try to like throw it so the other part of the stickiness hits the stone and try to pull it out.
Okay. Let's, I guess, make this Dex and This is so weird. I don't even know what to
I
call
know,
it.
right? I'm trying my best.
Dex and Throne, I guess.
Okay. Since I'm doing some ingenuity here, could I use some more intellect virtue?
Oh, God.
That ain't how you throw a lasso. This is how you throw a lasso.
Hey, maybe I need to get Clint to do it.
All right, Clint, you are trying to take apart the chair?
Yeah, Clint wants to bust up that chair.
How exactly do you
It's
want
a-
to try and bust up the chair?
It's made of solid stone, right?
It is. This is a big stone chair meant for something much, much bigger than you.
Clint is going to do the most stereotypical thing he can think of and just punch it. Just give it a good
Okay.
whack.
Let's go, I guess, make an attack?
You got it.
Heavy, do heavy unarmed, I guess?
I can do that.
I was having,
Accuracy of 0.
Did I get an answer for if I could use intellect or not for the virtue?
No, you cannot use intellect for
Okay.
this.
That's fair enough. So since I'm getting ingenuitive with weird contraptions, then maybe, but nah. 3 successes plus some epics, so 5 successes.
But
And I've got 3 successes.
okay. A couple of things happen at once.
Oh, God.
Multiple things happen at the same time. Lucas is unaware of any of them because he's not facing you guys. So this is gonna be great.
The one time I turn away.
It's usually you causing the problems. This is fun. Oliver, you manage somehow to create this weird jury rigged I don't. What's the show about the guy who used to use like all of the random bits and bobs to like accomplish MacGyver? You MacGyver the fuck out of this thing. And you actually manage to get a hold of this egg stone shaped thing, right? You get a hold of it and you manage to pull it up by the rope. And you do this in the same, and like, I'm going to say that you like take your jacket off because it sounds like your entire intent is to not touch it.
Yeah, at least while it's still like kind of, or at least in Oliver's mind, quote unquote, connected to the throne.
Okay, so you shed your coat and you pull this thing up, and as you get it up, you're starting to wrap it around your jacket at the same time that Clint hauls off and bare knuckle punches the like inside leg of this chair. And you see immediately the second his skin touches that stone. And Clint, you kind of feel this for a minute. You see a heavy, what looks like iron chain shoot from the chair directly into the center of Clint's chest. Clint, you feel like you got hit back by the chair as hard as you hit it, and it brings you to your knees.
Oh, physics.
Is the chain still like connected to him? Like it's like attaching him to the chair? Is it still there?
It's like a fate thread, but it's made of chain.
Is it visible to Clint as well?
No.
Ooh.
Clint does not have the ability to see fate threads. And Oliver, you watch as this chain sinks into Clint's chest, and for a minute it looks like it's gone. And then it passes through his limbs, and you see it resurface around both of his wrists and both of his ankles like shackles.
Yeah, that kind of hurt, but it's just a chair.
Oh, no, I should have known. It was basically exploding with crap. Clint, I don't know how to tell this, but you're connected to that chair now. And I don't think it's in a good way.
How am I connected to the chair? I just punched it.
Through fate, I think punching it or touching it connect your fate lines together. Oh.
I want Clint and Oliver to both make me... Roll me the number, your legend point, or legend score in dice. So you should both roll. I'm sorry, legend points in dice is what I meant.
Oh, legend points. Okay.
Yeah, I kept mixing up the terms in my head. Lucas, you don't have to roll for this.
That'd be remaining legend points.
Nope.
Oh,
total.
Disregard that one then.
One, 2, 3.
I think that's worse.
That's 7 on my end.
5 from me.
Oh, this is so very fitting. Okay. All three of you get a sense at the same time, though it's different for each of you. Clint, your soul feels heavy, and there is something cold and empty inside of you. Like something core to who you are has abandoned you.
Oh no, now I feel like singing the blues.
Oliver, you feel an instinctive moment of rage and betrayal just looking at Clint. Lucas. A soft breeze teases your hair. And for a moment, you close your eyes and you soak in the feeling of being in Mag Mell, the plane of joy. This perfect, pristine place that was supposed to be the resting grounds for all eternity for your people. And then you hear a low, rumbling, malevolent laugh. And the cold fist of dread grips your stomach. And you know without looking back at the other two that something has gone horribly wrong.
Oh, fuck.
Oliver and Clint, what would you like to do?
Clint, I think something related to the Titan spawn of our Pantheon might have infected you. And so right now, the best thing to do might be to get as far away from the chair as possible and reconvene with Lucas. Because I'm out of my depth now at this point.
Yeah, for sure. I'm feeling all that great. Yeah, I could spend some time with Lucas.
Yeah.
I'll be back if you need me. Just call.
No, I'm coming with you, and I'm gonna grab the dragonstone, which is still bundled up in my jacket, and kind of urge Clint to head down the hill at a speedy pace.
Yeah.
The two of you descend the hill. Lucas, you hear them coming up behind you.
He's gonna slowly stand up, brush his pants off, and he's gonna turn to look.
Lucas, we might have a problem.
One of you touched the chair, didn't you?
Clint touched the chair.
I punched the chair.
I should have mentioned something. That's fine. We can take care of that later. Do you have it?
Yeah, I got it right here. You're sure we can handle that?
remind me, how is the egg being, or the stone rather, how is it being transported?
It's basically in my jacket
Wrapped-
that I have
It's wrapped
like
in a bundle
bundled up.
in
Yeah,
in
and I'm
Oliver's
holding it
arms.
with both hands.
He's
So
holding
it's
it like a
almost
baby.
Yeah.
Oliver Bright, pick that thing up with 2 of your hands. What is wrong with you?
At the time, it was buried in the chair, and I thought since the chair looked malevolent that they were connected, and I didn't want to touch it. But okay, and I'll touch the stone.
I mean, the stone is clearly magical. You feel power coming off of it. But you're fine for right now.
Just hold on to that.
Nothing
for
happens.
Okay.
All right, got it.
Should I touch that stone?
No,
I don't know.
Don't.
Okay.
Do
I
not.
thought maybe it would help me or something.
No.
I think it might do the opposite. It might do bad things to the stone. I'll just keep hold of it for now. And so now that I'm holding it normally, I'm gonna swing my jacket back on.
We have what we came for. We can deal with whatever happened with the chair. That's fine. Let's just go ahead and let's get out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you gonna be taking us out?
Yeah, I could probably take us out.
What you all know from the little bit that you've learned about Terra Incognita is you can usually get out the same way you got in.
Do we need to find a cliff to jump off of?
No, you getting out the same way you got in is if you have to go back to the same spot you came in.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go cliff jumping again.
No, I was wrong about that.
Okay. Hold on. I noticed something. I gotta bring it up just to make sure I ain't going crazy.
Lucas will stop in his tracks and he'll turn to the other 2.
Yeah, that's what I've been meaning to talk about. Lucas, are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
He's fine. Lucas, you've demonstrated your alacritas. Is there any way you can get us back to that point quicker than we got here? Seeing it took multiple hours to get to this point.
I can. I think I might have an idea for that. And honestly, I don't know why I didn't think of this sooner. He's gonna take off his towel airs, his shoes. He's gonna string them up by their laces, and he's going to hang it like a necklace around Clint's neck. Okay, now if I hold on to one shoulder and Oliver holds on to the other shoulder, should be able to jump us around, and we'll get there a lot faster.
Oh, okay. Y'all better hold on tight then.
Just to be clear, are we grabbing Clint's shoulders or am I grabbing your other shoulder?
No. Clint's shoulder.
Okay.
I got 2 of them. Y'all can hold on.
You sure do. Yep. And he's gonna grab onto his shoulder. Yep, math checks out.
Clint, I would like you to make strength and athletics. However, you do not get your epics.
Ooh. Do I get my boon? Or
I
does
will
this-
allow you your knack, yes.
Ooh, thank you.
Oh,
Good thing I have that boon. That's 3 successes.
could also legend point.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I could use a legend. You're right.
You could.
I'll go ahead and do 1 point of legend to reroll. Let's try that again. No.
Oh no, that's 61. Jesus Christ. You scared the crap out of me. I was like, how did you roll 6 1s?
Oh my
Still,
god, he's
apparently.
just really trying to burn all these pans.
Oh boy.
All right, that's 1, 2. So that goes up to 5 successes.
Okay. You managed to hold on to both of them. They have to hold on to you a little bit tighter than anything else. You mostly just have to stay there, or be as steady as possible. You get the feeling that they're doing more work than you are.
Notably,
and you also get the feeling that that's probably for the best because you don't feel right.
Right. However, notably, Clint is very confident and comfortable making these leaps as if he has done so many times before.
Mm-hmm. So, you all take off. It's still a long trip, but you manage to cut it in half.
All right. Is this where we fell out?
Yeah.
Where y'all fell out,
I think
to be
so.
more accurate?
It takes give or take about 5 hours to get back to the place where you originally came in. You've been here for a while. Thankfully, you all have, all have things that allow you to keep going longer than normal. You're getting kind of sleepy, though. But you get to the point where you are 89% sure is the right place. If Oliver wanted to, he could use the thread of Ariadne to make sure that you find the exact spot.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna cost me a little point of legend, so make sure of that. Where's my thread? Oh, Ariadne's thread. There we go. Yeah, just 1 point of legend. I'll just do that to double check, make sure this is the right place.
It is, in fact, the right place.
All right, so we are in the correct location.
Yeah, we made it. Man, it's weird. I didn't even have to bust out the emergency rations, and he'll actually dig into his bag, and the quote-unquote emergency rations are DIY pizza Lunchables.
Oh my god.
When we got to Ireland and went buying food at the supermarket, and I gave each of you a stipend to buy food, did you spend all of them on that?
Hang on, let me check. He's gonna open up the bag wider. It is entirely filled with nothing but Lunchables. I think that might be a solid maybe.
You realize those wouldn't have kept, right? We couldn't have eaten them after a day if them not being refrigerated.
No, they'll be fine.
You've never had a 3-day-old Lunchable?
Yeah.
Sure, if it's in the fridge, you're supposed to store them in the fridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, they're practically shelf stable.
Exactly.
Honestly,
oh my god,
right.
Oliver!
They're like Twinkies.
There's more of them, Oliver.
Yeah. He's realizing that, and with other implications, he's really horrified.
You're never going to be safe eating anything with your band again if they meet Coda.
I close my eyes. I take a very deep breath. Lucas, how do we get back?
We go that away. And he'll point in the general direction. Yeah, we're just gonna walk. Basically, it's the same principle.
Just walk?
Yeah.
Is that easy?
Well, I mean, you do it with your legs, so I'd imagine so.
Or
I
eventually,
can't jump? So we jumped all the way here. Y'all
you
are
could
already
probably
on me.
jump. That would probably work too.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are already on me. Just hold on tight. I got this.
is this
Okay.
eventually going to take us to another cliff that we have to fall off of? Or...
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. You all jump at the spot that you came in, at the spot where Ariadne's thread is going. Oliver points Clint in the proper direction, and Clint drags the two of you along like the weirdest streamers ever. And it's weird. Again, you guys are one place one moment and tumbling onto the grass the next. At the tops of the cliffs of Moor, you can hear the sea hitting the rocks below you. It is very obviously the middle of the night here. It is empty. At first, you think.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yep.
Go. climb off him.
Thank you.
Lucas rolls off.
Y'all are a little heavier going through a portal, or whatever that thing is. Gate? Door?
It's a thing.
Yeah. All right. Well, we survived, mostly.
Is that stone egg thing football and okay?
I look down at it.
It is. Seems to be.
Seems all right.
All right, keep a firm hand on that, just in case.
Hold on.
Will
Give me
do.
a second. Clint turns around and looks at the cliff face. Ian, you coming?
You hear a call in the opposite direction. It looks like Ian beat you guys through the portal.
Oh,
And as you lift your eyes and look over, you realize that while a moment ago you were sure this place was empty, there are now two figures standing there.
Who are thems?
They are cast in shadow for the moment.
They're the ones here to collect our labor, or no good.
Lucas looks down towards the sword. Is it glowing at all?
It is not.
Well, let's
I
go
have to
say
ask
hi.
you to state your business.
They're kind of
Wait,
far
one
away.
moment.
You might have to speak up some.
One moment, guys. Hold on. GM is dealing with something. I was not anticipating having to do this. Y'all threw me for a little bit of a loop with the chair thing, so hold on.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Return the chair.
I'm also dealing with a weird technical thing.
Gotta love those technical things.
Technical
technical.
things.
Sometimes things get technical. I know it happens.
This pause brought to you by weird technical things.
Yeah, this weird technical thing brought to you by subs from Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub to our channel for absolutely free.
That's true.
Help the growth. Help your friends. Help yourself. Always be notified that we're going live by making sure that little bell is clicked.
That's like a great sponsorship voice right there.
Yep.
That way you don't miss out on a single moment of Lucas, and only Lucas, and no other character in this stream.
Only
He's all that matters.
There is only Lucas.
we are all Lucas.
You are Lucas.
I'm Lucas.
Okay.
I am Luke enough.
I'm Luke enough. or Luke.
As
I'm
you
enough.
as you call out that you need them to speak up, they're a little far away, you need them to identify themselves. A gust of wind passes through, and it moves the clouds that are currently obscuring the moon above.
Mom, is that you?
It is. Standing next to her is an older gentleman with white hair and a bit of a belly. He's wearing a thick knitted sweater. He's got a bit of a bushy white beard. He looks a little bit like everybody's stereotypical image of the old man who lives by the sea, but the Irish version. He has flinty blue eyes that are slightly narrowed as they look at all of you.
Well, nice to meet y'all. Hi, Mom. We're back. We brought back the stone. Come
Yeah,
here.
we totally did it.
Oliver, come here. Show it. Show him.
I hold the stone up.
They don't really seem to look at the stone or take much notice of it. The Morrigan's eyes are fixated on her son. And she is talking in a low, very, very quiet tone to the man next to her.
Y'all, don't worry. I've seen this a few times before. Not with that feller there, but I've disappointed Mom a couple of times now.
All right, so I feel like we should get out in front of this. He punched the chair.
Yeah, I may have touched a chair in order to try and deconstruct it.
It was my fault. I saw that it was magical, a bad sort of magic, and I should have known better and not allowed him to do it. And it's my fault. It happened.
The Morrigan lifts a hand to call for quiet.
Oh God.
Lucas, Oliver, Clint.
Yes, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
May I introduce Manan and MacLear? Lord of the Ocean, God of the Dead.
Is this where we say Your Honor? And then kneel?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. I'm Clint. I'm her son. And like you heard, these are Lucas and Oliver. We're,
Aye, lad. You're her son and you touch the fucking chair.
yes, that is an apt observation of the situation at hand.
And he'll turn and look back at her. And again, they speak in very low, murmuring tones.
I ain't sure if it's the chair that I touched or something, but I got a bad feeling.
Well, we also probably stink like hell, but it's probably the chair.
I don't think the stink is relevant.
The old man nods to the Morrigan, who nods back. He kind of looks over at the three of you. His eyes linger on Clint again, and then he gives a slow, disappointed shake of his head. And he turns and walks off without a word, leaving you with just the Morrigan, who looks over at Oliver and Lucas. The two of you should go spend time with your new friend. She's waiting up for you. And take a shower.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
I'd like to speak with my son, please.
Yeah, you. Yeah, come on, Oliver. Let's bounce. And he's gonna pass by Clint and just kind of like clap his shoulder reassuringly, and then he's gonna scuttle the fuck out of there.
Oliver, are you going or are you gonna argue?
I stand there in silence for a moment. You shouldn't blame him for what happened. He had no way of knowing.
Mr. Bright. When I need your opinion, I'll ask for it.
He didn't know. And I walk off.
Clint looks at his departing friends with puppy dog eyes.
Seeing that, I get like 3 paces away and I go,
Mr. Bright.
Can't I not just stand here for moral support and not say anything?
Go.
Lucas will come over and like take Oliver by the shoulder. He's like, "Come on, man. I know."
Oliver, she looks back at you over her shoulder, and there is again that moment where there is a flash of lightning, and all you see is her covered in blood, and her eyes glowing. And then she's back. There's another flash, and she's back to normal.
I look to Lucas. It's not his fault. I walk off with him.
I know. Let's just. Oh, let's go.
You don't know what you did. I'm not. She'll kind of lift her hand and take you by the chin with her thumb and forefinger. Like that's as much of you as she's willing to touch right now. Maybe it's what you're covered in. Maybe it's what you did. You're not sure.
I'm sorry, Mom.
You've always meant well, but you never think before you act.
Yeah. Thinking kind of gets in the way of acting sometimes.
That's the point. Sometimes it's supposed to.
I guess.
When you touched the chair, you acknowledged the king of the Fomorians as king of Mag Mell.
How do I untouch the chair?
You have to break the thread that you've tied between yourself and its magic.
Okay. Is there some sort of scissors we can use, or I suspect that's going to be a bit more involved?
I suspect it's going to be a bit more involved. I've never actually seen it happen, so I don't know the exact way to fix it yet.
Well, Mom, I've killed one of them. Surely I can kill more if I have to. Would that cut it off if he's dead?
Anna gives a sad little smile. God, he's already been dead. Very long time. Whether he's alive doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, it's Mag Mell. I guess him being alive don't matter much to him. All right. Well, Mom, what should we do? I don't want this to hurt my friends.
She takes a deep breath, and she steps up, and her other hand comes up, and she cups your face in both of her hands and locks her eyes with yours. And you've had intense moments with your mother before, but nothing like this. You feel the magic and fate working around you as she speaks. Her voice doesn't change, but somehow feels heavier, more otherworldly, more potent. And you are reminded that your mother, among the Tuatha Dé Danann, your mother is one of their greatest workers of magic. Also one of their most powerful seer and prophetess. Clint, son of the Morgan, I charge you with this task. You've been bound by fate to the king of the Fomorians and to his service. I charge you to find a way to break the chains that they will attempt to tether your soul with before they can claim it for their own.
I take this charge and it will be done. I've broken a fair few things. These chains, these bonds, just another. I'll do it.
You feel something familiar to you as you say those words. So you've experienced something like it. And you realize that your mother has bound a gaze on you again.
Oh, beans, another one?
Another one.
It is a task that shall be carried out.
You are being bound with... One moment. I'm finding the right one. You are being bound to the duty case. You must fulfill an ongoing task or duty. We'll talk about specifics between sessions.
Sure thing.
That will tie into your need to prove yourself and prove that you are a servant of the Tuatha Dé Danann and your mother and not the Fomorians. As you feel the power of her magic wrap itself around your soul and lock into place, binding you, you know that it is a powerful, powerful bond, stronger than the one that you already had. If you break this case, you lose my favor and all of the magic I've given you so far.
Mom, you know I ain't gonna break this. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it right. I'll get it done and I'll make you proud.
See that you do.
Yes, ma'am. And, man, thank you. There's a lot. I could have gone a different way, and you are showing that you've got faith in me, that you trust that I can do this. And I'm going to prove you right. I'm going to make sure it gets done. And I ain't touching another evil chair again.
You should listen to your friend Oliver more.
Well, he didn't say not to touch it, but I should have given him the chance. I should have slowed down. I should have thought. I should have let him lead. He's a leader. Of course.
He doesn't know it yet, but he is.
Well, I can see it. Why
Teach
can't he?
Teach him.
Okay. I will. He'll learn it. One way or the other, I'll make sure he sees.
He steps back. Ian hops from her shoulder. Ian kind of pauses and looks at her, and she kind of nods, and he hops off of her shoulder and onto yours. He looks a little distressed by the gunk all over you, but he almost seems eager to be close to you despite it. And then there is a flash of light, and she bursts into a huge murder of crows that take off into the air. And you are left alone at the top of the cliffs of Moor.
You know, Ian, we're gonna have words. Them wolves aren't exactly sneaky. Where were you?
Watching for the Fomorians. There were some not far off. I was focused on them.
Were there?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I know my tone may be a little harsh at the moment. I'm feeling sad and anger, but I'm also feeling driven and determined. And I need to make sure I'm not lashing out at you. Ian, thank you for looking out. I do not blame you for the wolves coming. I just needed to know where you were. That's all. Thank you for
It's hard to get close to you when you smelled like them.
Oh, I understand. I didn't want to have to be close to me either, but come on, let's go catch up with our friends. Let's make sure they're doing okay. Lucas
He sort
seemed
of-
a little different.
He sort of nuzzles the top of his head against your cheek, along your cheekbone.
Clint reaches up and, strokes along the top of his head, down his back, and then just cradles him for a second against his head. Come on, Ian.
And you turn and make your way up towards where your friends disappeared to. By the time you get there, Oliver and Lucas have had time to shower.
Yippee.
Man, it feels so great to have all that stuff off of me. I can't remember a time when I was able to actually smell again.
Yeah.
I'm
Are
back.
we in the bar, or is this a different location?
You're in the bar. Miss Lynch is pouring drinks.
Oh, hey, Clint, how you? And like immediately the smell slams back into him, and he just buries himself into a mug, just drowning his senses.
I'm probably sitting at the bar itself. I'm not drinking, but I am kind of like staring at a cell phone on the counter that's not my cool dwarven one. It's a different cell phone that is probably very dead at this point. It's probably been dead for a
Mhm.
while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of looking at it and contemplating.
Go on.
Don't mind me just passing through, but hey, Ollie, you should go ahead and call her.
Yeah. Just
call
make
her.
a call.
Oh no, that's I'm not really thinking about that right now.
What are you thinking about, big guy?
Just another time I screwed up.
Clint, hot as you are, please go take a fucking shower. You're stinking up my bar.
Well, I mean, I have this hard-to-reach spot on my back. You mind helping me out real quick?
You don't want to
I
touch
do. Go take your fucking shower.
All right, fine.
that.
As it is, I'm gonna have to spray that entire place down with bleach later.
Yeah, you don't want to know what that stuff is. It's bad.
I know what it is. I've smelled them before.
Oh well. Lucas kind of turns back to Oliver. So, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think you really screwed up all that much.
I should have known. I should have looked at a giant beacon of malevolent magic energy and thought to tell Clint, hey, don't touch that with your bare skin.
No, I was getting bad vibes off of it too, but I forgot to even mention anything of it. I was feeling so fucking awful.
So, are we going to address it?
The smile sort of leaves his face. Not entirely, but just a little. Oh. You got that, didn't you?
Kind of tap the monocle. Lets me understand a lot of things.
Yeah, you're pretty bright, honestly.
It's in the name.
See, that's why I'm glad I managed to get myself on this band in the first place. I knew eventually you'd probably figure it out.
Why you personally? I understand the motivations, but you could have sent an actual scion of yours.
You know, many of the other gods might look down upon it, but every once in a while, very rarely, I like to put myself back in my old shoes. Remind
And
myself
that-
what it was like to be one of you.
And that is where we're going to end it for the night.